Hello, everyone. Greetings from the Alpha Complex. We are here to play what is sure to be a very orderly, straightforward game called BFF Computer or Paranoia. So, if anyone in the audience knows how to play Paranoia, well, take 1,000 treason points because knowledge of the rules is treason. Also, meta, we are doing kind of a mashup of the clearance red or whatever the current rule set is with the cards for the combat dynamic. Well, we can't really do cards streaming, or I didn't investigate how to do it. So we're doing kind of a mashup of that with like the 5th edition rules because I had those handy. So even if you know the rules, you don't know the rules because we're going to kind of make them up as we go along, which is fine. Let's see. Let us do the thing that we do. Let us have folks introduce themselves. Let's start down below with Jillian and Mish.
Hello. Oh, I'll start. Hi, I'm Misha Less Than 3 on Twitch.
Take 100 treason points for going out of order.
I'm sorry, she didn't know what to say, but I will. And then I can be found on Twitter at Misha Weha if you'd like to follow me there. And you can see me on this channel sometimes. And I'm definitely not treasonous, even if I went out of order.
I'm Jolene. I'm VerCatJol on Twitch and Twitter and Instagram and basically everywhere in the worlds. I wouldn't have gone out of order, but I didn't understand the assignment, which also might be treasonous. But at least I'm not a commie like Misha.
What? How dare?
I'm Govan or Govan88 on Twitch and Twitter. I just came to have some fun today with some, following the rules and listening to the computer because the computer is always right.
Yes.
And I'm Kelly. I'll be playing Michelle. And Michelle definitely knows what's going on entirely. And I think everyone else who thinks they know what's going on definitely doesn't know what's going on. But Michelle does.
Michelle knows what's going on?
Sounds pretty
Treasonous.
Take 10 treason points, please.
Is that positive or negative?
Positive.
I apologize. Thank you.
Treason points are always positive unless they're negative.
Okay.
So, yes. All right. So, beyond the character name and 3 adjectives to describe their personality, we have not created the characters yet because character creation in Paranoia is adversarial and competitive. So, what we're going to do is we're going to first talk about the skills that your troubleshooters might have. Also, everyone picked a color. So I built one of those Google Sheets and assigned a column for everyone and then picked different colors. The colors were black, red, orange, and yellow. And only Misha selected the right color. The right color was red. So everyone else got treason points. Misha got negative treason points for that one. So good for you, Misha. So the first thing we're going to do is deal with some of your skills. So, Kelly, or Michelle, I should say, you are up first. I would like you to look at your list of skills. For those in chat, they are athletics, guns, melee, throw, science, psychology, bureaucracy, the Alpha Complex, bluff, charm, intimidate, stealth, operate, engineer, program, and demolitions. I would like you to choose one of those that you would like to have a +1 in.
Alpha Complex?
Go ahead and mark a +1 in Alpha Complex. Misha, please mark a -1 in Alpha Complex. All right. Now, Misha, what is a skill you would like to have a +1 in? You cannot counteract one of the, you can't now go put it in Alpha Complex, for example. You have to select something different.
I will put one.
Whoops. The wrong one.
All right. Well, we'll fix this. Don't worry. We're good at typing over here. I would like a point in engineer.
All right. Steve, please put a -1 in engineer and then tell us what you would like to have a +1 in.
I would like a +1 in program.
Oh, good. Please take 100 treason points. Jolene or Lulu, please place a -1 in program and then select something that you would like a +1 in.
I would like a +1 in charm.
Excellent. Michelle, -1 in charm. Now, select a skill that you would like a +2 in.
Bluff.
All right. So, Blythe, that is a -2 in bluff.
I will take a +2 in charm.
All right. Steve, -2 charm. Make your selection.
I would like a +2 in bluff.
All right. Lulu, -2 bluff.
I would like a +2 in bureaucracy.
Excellent. Michelle, -2 bureaucracy. What about 3? You can get a +3 in something now.
Athletics.
Ah, excellent. So there we go. Blythe is -3 in athletics. What would Blythe like a +3 in?
I'll take a +3 in psychology, please.
Excellent. Steve, -3 psychology. What would you like a +3 in?
I would like a +3 in operate.
All right. Maybe not treasonous. -3 operate to Lulu. What would you like a +3 in there?
In science.
Oh, excellent. -3 science for Michelle. What would you like a +4 in? Michelle.
Guns.
Guns.
It was a hard choice.
-4 guns for Blythe. What would Blythe like +4 in?
Let's go with a +4 in science.
Excellent. -4 science for Steve. Steve, what would you like a +4 in?
Guns.
All right. -4 guns for Lulu. Lulu?
It's very tempting to take a +4 in Alpha Complex, but knowing about Alpha Complex seems very treasonous, so I don't think that's a good idea.
Also, you can't because Kelly cannot change her Alpha Complex
true.
score.
I will take it in stealth.
All right. That is a -4 stealth for Michelle. Now we're at the 5s. This is the final round. This is your chance to make yourself awesome and completely screw the person that's next in line. Sort of.
Demolitions.
All right. -5 demolitions to Blythe. Blythe, what would you like a +5 in?
I'll take a +5 in melee.
Oh, excellent. -5 melee for Steve. Steve, what is your big skill?
Bureaucracy.
All right. You cannot choose
Actually-
bureaucracy because Lulu cannot change her
I see that.
bureaucracy score.
Sorry, I have to know.
It's needlessly complex and arbitrary.
I would take a 5 in Alpha Complex.
All right. Lulu, -5 alpha complex.
And that's just working out for me because I feel like knowing about Alpha Complex is treasonous. So if the less I
Maybe.
know, the better.
Also, not knowing about alpha complex is probably treason, but we'll see. Finally, and the last shall be first and the first shall be last.
Let's
Lulu,
see,
what would you like your +5 in?
Engineering.
All right. That means a -5 engineering for Michelle. So, each of you individually take a look at those 4 columns. And at the little number positive at the very bottom of that column, just note the count of how many positive skills you have. They don't It's just like it's a count. It's not an ad. So for example, yeah, Michelle, you got it right. Just total him up. Perfect. Now, Lulu, I would like you to look at Steve's sheet with a 1, 1, 1, and 2. And then I would like you to fill in his stats, violence, brains, chutzpah, and mechanics, with a 1, 1, 1, and 2 in any order you would like. Hint, higher numbers are better. So if he has a lot of skills in, for example, operate, engineer, that kind of stuff, you might want to put a 1 there. Because you want to be the most effective clone. I think that's fair to say. So you may assign them in whatever you would like. Steve, same thing. I would like you to take a look at Blythe's 1, 2, 1, 1 and put them in whatever order you would like. Blythe, take a look at Michelle with the 2, 1, 1, 1 and put them in whatever order you would like. And for Michelle, do the same for Lulu.
Quick clarification.
Yes.
Are we filling in something or replacing?
You're filling it in. You're looking at the bottom row to give you your options, and then you're filling in the violence, brains, chutzpah, and mechanics squares with those numbers in any order you would like. Ideally, in the order that you would like to screw people over with. Now, unfortunately, you guys are awfully balanced. That's sad. Frankly. But that's okay. Now, as soon as everyone has had a chance to fill in their partner's attributes, just waiting a moment, the next step is going to be to finalize or tweak your character. So, you see you have a number of checkboxes marked Moxie. This is a limited resource. It is very difficult to get back, but you may spend it in-game to do things like re-roll your entire dice pool, which might be important, or do all kinds of other random stuff that maybe we decide. You may, however, spend them now 1-to-1 to increase your skills. So, for example, let's look at Michelle. If Michelle really wants to be charming, you might spend, let's say, 3 Moxie points to turn your charm from a -1 to a +2. This is going to have no effect on your neighbors. So this is purely within. And if, for example, Steve wants to be better at mechanics, you could spend a clone 1-for-1 to increase your attributes. Just be aware, or your stats rather. Just be aware that when you run out of clones, typically it means you're out of clones. I think in this case, we're going to give you some unknown number of clones, but things are going to get real weird if you go over your 6 clones. So feel free to announce to us. I think... are you intending? Okay, cool. I've got it there. So it looks like everyone now has all of their skills. So go ahead and adjust those if you would like, but please tell us. So let's start with Michelle. Michelle, would you like to spend any Moxie or clones to adjust your skills or stats?
Yes. Excuse me. The Moxie. What's the penalty to using it? Like, how do we get it back? Or
you don't, unless you do.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna. And how high can we make the skills?
Is Michelle asking about the rules?
Yes. It's fine.
That's treasonous.
It's true. It's fine. Yes, go ahead and add 5 treason points.
Okay, well.
Add 15 treason points, Lulu, for being a snitch.
I'm gonna just do it and see what happens. I'm changing 3 Moxies to make my athletics to 6.
No, sorry. Max is 5.
Okay, so I was afraid to ask at this point.
Well, you already asked the question.
Okay, and then I'd like to spend 2 clones and make my violence and mechanics 1 more point higher each.
Sounds perfect.
Can I do 3 clones and make my chutzpah 1 more as well?
Yeah.
Cool.
Blythe.
Yes, I would just like to spend some Moxie. I would like to spend 3 Moxie in total, 1 to increase Charm to 3, and 2 to increase Engineer to 3.
Okay. Are you leaving your stats by themselves?
Yeah, I am. I don't really know why. I feel like it might be treasonous if I do, so I'm going to leave him.
Maybe. What about Steve? Is Steve making any adjustments?
I'd like to move my engineering to +1.
Okay, so spend 2 Moxie to do that.
Then I would like to make can I make it 0, or do I need to make it a 1? Like my
Psychology? Yeah, you can
Yes.
spend 3 more Moxie to make your psychology 0. Excellent. And would you like to spend any of your clones to improve your stats?
It's a one-time thing, or can we do it?
One time at character creation. Things might happen later. Who knows? Depends on how well you perform.
I would like to spend 2, 1 for mechanics, and 1 for how do you say that? Chutzpah.
Chutzpah. Okay. And Michelle, would you like to make any adjustments?
Me? Do you Lulu?
Sorry. Yes, Lulu.
Lulu is happy with how Friend Computer has created her.
Excellent. Take minus 1,000 treason points.
Yes.
Well done. All right. So,
One
yes.
final thing.
Yes.
Do we change attributes?
No.
Okay, we're not.
Yeah, you
changing
can
the
ignore row 12 now forever. That was just
I meant row 3. I apologize.
Oh yes, you may spend clones to improve your attribute if you would like. Which I think you did.
No, like the personalities. I apologize.
Oh
I
no,
thought
you're
we were
right. Thank you
supposed
for reminding me. Now,
You're welcome.
Steve, take a look at Michelle. One of her personality traits is a lie. I would like you to change one of those to its opposite.
I'm going to make her not confident at all.
Yes. All right. Michelle, Steve is trying to screw with you. Stick it to him.
No longer brave, but a coward.
All right. Lulu and Blythe, have at each other.
You're very stingy.
Oh yeah, I'm stingy. Okay, that's fair. I feel like you are not enthusiastic, but in fact quite
Blasé.
blasé. Yes, that's a good word.
Blase, got it.
Yeah.
All right. So we have Michelle, who is rude, unconfident, and sad. We have Blythe, who is cheerful, nosy, and stingy. We have Steve, who is cowardly. Someone needs to change that. Adventurous and lucky, which is a really unusual combination. And we have Lulu, who is naive, blasé, and opinionated. So she knows nothing, she cares about nothing, but she has lots of opinions.
Perfect.
Which is kind of perfect. Now,
It is. It's very good.
before we determine what your role is, would anyone like to volunteer for any particular role?
I volunteer as tribute.
That's not a role.
Dang it.
Take 10 treason points, please.
I meant whatever the computer wanted to assign me.
Too late.
That's what I meant by damn it.
Only proactive bootlicking gets you a reduction in treason points. Would anyone else like to volunteer for a role? Well, I think the person who knows nothing and cares about nothing but has lots of opinions should probably be the team leader.
Agreed.
I think the person who is cheerful, nosy, and stingy, Blythe, should probably be our hygiene officer. Oh, no. you know what? Yes, hygiene.
All right.
The person who is rude, unconfident, and sad should probably be the morale officer. And the person who is cowardly, adventurous, and lucky should probably be... I think that person should probably be the quartermaster. So please note your roles in the roll column. Now all that's left is for us to assign clearances. Everyone is clearance R for red, except Misha, who is clearance O for orange. All right, Misha has not noted her negative treason that was granted to her, which is fine. It just wipes it out. And also, which actually makes sense because now you no longer have picked the correct one because your security clearance has changed. So all of you have chosen the wrong color. Cool. Now, in terms of sector, just pick something. So your full names are going to be something like Michelle-R-something, some three alphanumeric code. So just put in whatever you want. And then I'll let you know if you got it wrong. Hint, special points if it's funny. Like Lulu or Uwu would be funny. Or Steve or Rama. Something like that. But you can do whatever you want, just as long as it's 3 letters or numbers. Michelle R-U-D-E, yes, or R-U-D-3. Michelle Rude, that makes perfect sense. Blythe has put in 1 character, which is not going to work.
I'm working on it.
Steve or Russ, okay. Lulu R696, boring. All right, now, as Blythe tries to remember what sector she was born in, let's talk equipment. Let's start with Lulu. Lulu, what sort of equipment are you going to need as the team leader?
Probably something like paper and stuff to write down all the things they do that are treasonous.
Yes, a notepad. Makes perfect sense. Oh my god, we have found the threat to Alpha Complex. It's a kaiju.
She's here. She's ready.
Perfect. So put down pen and notepad. What else do you think you'll need? Lulu.
I will probably need something to keep them in line with, I don't know, ropes, maybe a whip.
Cattle prod?
Cattle prod?
Oh, yes. A compliance buddy kettle prod. Yes. So in your equipment, write compliance buddy kettle prod. All right, Steve, as the quartermaster, what do you think you will need? Also, Steve, look in Discord at your messages. In a second. All right. So, since you are definitely the quartermaster, what do you think you would need as a quartermaster? You are on mute.
Sorry, I'm blanking.
You may need nothing.
I feel like I would need something to be able to write down because I'm maybe doing something.
Possibly. You probably need... well, you need a communicator. Yes. So that you can communicate with Friend Computer on a secure channel if you need any additional supplies. Oh, and you probably need a replacer beam. This is a not weapon that can replace one material substance with another.
Sounds like not weapon.
Someone in chat said a large.
Oh, sorry. What? A large bag of quarters. Yeah, no. Money is treason. All right. So, Blythe, as the hygiene officer, what do you think you'll need?
I think I need some like spray disinfectant. That seems pretty handy. Maybe some wipes.
Yes, you will need some Melto Mist.
Sounds useful.
Highly powerful industrial solvent aerosol.
That'll take care of all the cleanliness problems.
For sure. What else would you like? Or do you think you need?
Maybe like a mop or broom or something like that in case we need to clean up around us.
Ooh, yes. How about a broom bot?
Ooh, a broom bot sounds neat.
Yes. It will follow your instructions unless your instructions are contrary to the instructions of anyone with a higher security clearance or the Friend Computer, obviously. But Friend Computer assures you that it is designed to follow your instructions to the letter. Unless it doesn't. Cool. And Michelle, as our morale officer, our sad morale officer who is also rude and lacking in confidence, what do you think you need?
Some copies of, like, self-help books, like How to Lose Friends and Alienate People and The 4 Acts of Treason. So different copies like that.
Are you requesting books that define the rules of society?
Define rules, no.
I mean, you said, like, a definition of what the acts of treason are.
Personal treason.
Yeah. Take 100 treason points, please. But yes, you can get a Prop O Ganda.
Okay.
Which is basically a megaphone.
Also, like, some, like, deflated dodgeballs.
Sure.
Because we don't want them bouncing around and messing up the machinery.
Sure.
And like inspirational posters that say, like, smile, people are watching.
Yes. Smile, Friend Computer is watching. Trust no one. Except Friend Computer.
Well, our morale has increased over here.
Yeah.
Excellent. What did I call Steve's gun? I'm sorry. Totally useful device. I'll just call it something else. All right. So we have Michelle with a Prop O Ganda megaphone. We have deflated dodgeballs and inspirational posters urging caution and suspicion towards all other members of Alpha Complex, with the exception of those at higher security clearance and, of course, Friend Computer itself. We have Misha, who has a applicator of Melto Mist and a friendly companion broombot. We have Steve with a communicator, a secure communicator, and a Chanjo Ray Knot gun. And we have Lulu with pen and paper and a compliance buddy cattle prod. Now, would anyone like to be a member of a secret society?
That seems treasonous.
I don't think so.
I mean, secretly. I don't want one. But
Okay.
out in the open, I'm accidentally in one.
So Michelle is publicly a member of a secret society?
I don't know who's asking.
Friend computer.
With 4 clones under Michelle's belt, the answer is no.
Excellent. Is anyone a mutant?
No,
No.
never.
Excellent, excellent. Well, good job. I don't have to start the game by summarily executing you all. Now, in the meta, as Friend Computer looks elsewhere, any and all of you may be members of secret societies. If you are familiar with the Paranoia world, you may choose one of the ones that exists, or you may just make one up. This is just a thing that may provide you with goals. Like, for example, you could be a part of the Anti-Mutant League, and your goal is to find and eliminate all mutants, including those that are licensed by Friend Computer. You could be a scion who really wants to elevate mutants. You could be a commie. You could be a commercialist looking to find a way to start money back up and make a bunch of money, or a capitalist. You can be whatever you would like. Just don't tell Friend Computer or any of your friends, because membership in a secret society is 100% treason. Now, the good news is that none of you are mutants, except some of you might be. Possibly. I will say at least you are certain that at least one of you is a mutant. Not sure who, not sure how, but you are certain that at least one of you is a mutant, and your status as a mutant may change, particularly as your clones are destroyed and reconstituted, because mutations happen at that point. So I may drop in chat and inform you of your mutant status at some point. Or maybe not. We'll see. And if I haven't told you you're a mutant, it doesn't mean that you're not a mutant. It just means you don't know you're a mutant. So you might be trying to watch yourself for signs of mutation. All right. Well, Blythe, I think that's all that we need to cover, since none of you are taking any of the treasonous secret society or mutation options. You are all perfectly healthy. So, until recently.
Wait.
Go ahead.
I was going to secretly do one. I apologize. It was a dog on my lap.
Yes. Go ahead and secretly do it. Be sure to type it into the not secret shared character sheet. All right. Please increase your clone count to 5 and then delete that. Because your previous clone, number 4, revealed their membership in a secret society. This is, by the way, why you have pencils and pieces of paper that Friend Computer can't see. Or you don't, and you just remember it. So, anyone else? No? Cool. All right. Until recently, you were all lowly infrareds who spent your days toiling in whatever mindless engagement Friend Computer and those with superior security clearances gave you. The good news is you were fed a steady diet of Sleepy Bliss and Peppy Joy. So Peppy Joy in the morning to fill you with joy and vim and vigor, and Sleepy Bliss to knock your ass out every night so you don't have treasonous things like dreams. So who knows how long you have been in that state, or how often your clones have been, destroyed by accident or accidentally committed treason, etc. However, for reasons unknown to you, you were all recently plucked out of obscurity and given the red security clearance. This means that you are better than everyone in Alpha Complex, except for everyone who has a higher security clearance than you do. And for other unknown reasons, one of your number, Blythe, was actually promoted all the way to orange, which just means that she is better than everyone in Alpha Complex, including you all, except for everyone who has a yellow or above security clearance. So that is, you, Blythe, have the highest security clearance. You are not, however, the leader. So I will leave it to you to figure out how you deal with the fact that a lowly red has technically been selected as the team leader. So, you are in a gray, featureless room connected by long, featureless corridors to other gray, featureless rooms. You were led here by a woman in green jumper.
That's fancy.
Fancy.
Yes. You had received a communication from all the all the local screens had called out your designations and told you to meet in a very particular generic square where you met a green who looked you up and down, didn't say a word, and then led you on an interminable trek through featureless tunnels and corridors and rooms to this similar featureless featureless room, and then leaves you there. And a monitor descends from the ceiling, and a happy face in green appears on it. Welcome, troubleshooters. Are you happy to be here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Steve, are you happy to be
Always
here?
Happy to be here.
I am.
Excellent. Well, are you excited to learn about your mission?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Oh, I'm excited always.
Excellent. You have been selected to retrieve a very important artifact.
I love getting stuff and retrieving it.
Excellent. Yes.
I can't believe it was us.
Yes. Now, it is a violet crystal.
I like violet.
Please take 100 reason points.
I'm sorry, friend computer. We're just watching a cat try to eat a pencil.
Okay. That doesn't seem very hygienic.
Yeah, I will get on that.
Yes. May I recommend the Broombot and not the Melto Mist?
Yes, right away.
Surely you have questions.
Well, where is this crystal? And I know a lot about crystals, I think.
Do you?
They're not actually. No.
Well, I would say that could be, maybe it could be a, ooh, you could roll to see if you know something. I think in this case, it would be a brains engineer. Or a mechanics engineer. I think in this case, you're not trying to do a thing, you're trying to know a thing. I think a brains engineer. So, if you look at your stats and skills, you have a 1 in brains, and you have a 5 in engineer. That gives you 6 dice. And then you're going to also roll your friend computer dice, because friend computer is always there to help. So that gives you a lovely 7 dice to roll. And you are rolling, and you're looking for 5s and 6s for successes against a target number that friend computer has in its head. So I just need you to tell me how many 5s and 6s that you have, and if one of those 5s and 6s is the computer die.
I have 3 6s, and the computer die rolled a 3.
Okay. So friend computer is satisfied with your performance. You know that memory modules for friend computer are sometimes made out of crystal, and that those crystals are color-coded by the security clearance of the necessary to access the information within. I would say everyone knows that security clearances follow the Roy G. Biv. So with infrared below and ultraviolet above. So you, as reds, are at the very, very bottom, or almost very bottom, except, of course, for Blythe, who is better than all of you. Above you are yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. And this one is violet.
Did Did you explain that out loud to all of us?
No,
Okay.
I would never tell you guys that stuff.
Okay.
Surely you have more questions.
Where do we go to find this crystal, friend computer, if you don't mind?
Yes. We believe its location is in the abandoned sector.
Why was the sector abandoned?
Treason.
Oh, is it treasonous to go to the abandoned sector?
Yes.
Oh no.
It's fine. As long as you perform well and counteract the automatic treason score that you will get for setting foot in the abandoned sector, you shouldn't face immediate dissolution. We call that incentive to perform well.
I love incentive.
Surely you have more questions.
Why were we picked?
Because you are expendable. Except Blythe.
Oh. Why am I not the team leader?
Take 1,000 treason.
Okay.
Because you question friend computer's decisions.
That seems fair.
Surely you have more questions.
When do we leave?
When you are ready to go.
Are we ready to go?
Do you have all your gear? Do you have the necessary information to perform well in this your first mission on behalf of friend computer?
How do we retrieve this crystal when we find it?
That is a good question, as touching it would be treason. Also, it is very likely you will not be able to see it because your brains have been conditioned not to see things that are outside your security clearance. So, you will know when you have found it because you will not be able to see it. It will be the thing that your brain prevents you from noticing.
How will we get it then?
That is why you have been selected, to figure that out.
Okay.
Any further questions?
Do you have any special equipment we need to bring with us for this very intriguing assignment?
Ah, yes. You will need a containment device, and then a little tube will will kind of extrude from the ceiling. And it looks kind of like a teddy bear, but maybe like animatronic, because as it floomps out of the tube, it kind of wiggles and judders and then kind of like rolls itself onto its stubby little feet. It has a big zipper in front. And then it kind of looks up at you all with big kawaii eyes.
I'm picturing.
I feel like Steve should just hold the teddy bear everywhere in front of him when we walk, and then maybe it will just suck in the crystal we can't see. It's like probably how it works.
Can you unzip the teddy bear? Is that where the thing goes?
Yes, if you are successful at retrieving the violet crystal, you will place it inside the containment device. The containment device has no security clearance, however. It will not be able to perceive the violet crystal. Any further questions? Anything else I, friend computer, can do to make your lives better?
Let's be off, team.
Excellent. Don't worry, I'm always watching. And then the screen retracts back up into the ceiling. What do you do now?
We must follow the red line on the way to the abandoned sector.
Sure.
Don't forget to smile. They're watching.
Yes. I think, Michelle, I don't think you have a sense that everyone is as enthusiastic as they should be.
Y'all better start cheering up. Here, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge this ball.
All right. I would like you to make a violence throw check.
Cool. What do I do?
So you take your violence stat and add your skill in throw, which is 0. So 2 in violence
3 dice.
plus 0. Yes. 2 dice plus 1 for computer. And then let me know if the computer die is a 5 or a 6.
The computer dies 5.
Excellent. How many total 5s and 6s did you get?
That's it.
Were the other 2 by chance 1s?
One of them was a 1.
Okay. If ever the majority of your dice are 1s, even if you succeed, let me know. Cool. So you go to toss a deflated dodgeball at...
Oh, who is the leader? That's would be Lulu, right?
Wow, you don't even know who the leader is?
Look, there's 2 names on y'all's screens. It's hard for me to figure that out.
Sorry. Yes. I will bold the character name so it makes it easier.
Lulu and okay, yeah, so at Lulu.
So you throw it at Lulu. All right. Well, the good news is Lulu was not expecting it, so 1 success is enough. Friend Computer, however, is going to give you some assistance. And a transmogrification beam turns it into a spiked metal ball. So, Lulu, please be injured. So you're going to click hurt and injured.
Ah, why? How dare you?
Gotta keep a smile, otherwise life's in pain, just like you are.
Teaching through showing the consequences of not being happy as opposed to trying to give people morale. Makes perfect sense. Friend Computer approves. Excellent. So, Lulu is now injured. But not yet maimed. Good for you. Now what do? You're going to follow the red line. All right. I think I would like someone to give me a brains plus alpha complex. Actually, everyone can, if you'd like.
Every time you roll, we always roll with computer, correct?
You always roll the computer die.
Right.
Now, for Lulu, whose idea this was, Lulu's alpha complex knowledge is negative. Oh no, what do you do about that? Well, you have your chutzpah and your, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong. Yeah. So I think in this case, it's going to be brains plus alpha complex. So you are going to start with 3 die, add 1, but because your total is negative, I need to know if you roll any 1s.
Was it 5 because it's negative, or?
I rolled 5 negative dice.
That works too.
All right, well, I got 3 1s and the computer dice was a 2.
Oh, excellent. So you fail miserably. Following the red line is the wrong thing, but that's cool. You're the team leader, and not following your orders is treason. Did anyone get any actual successes? Steve.
So if mine math out to 0, do I just roll the friend computer die?
Yes.
Okay.
So I rolled 4 5s and friend computer got 1 6.
Excellent.
Friend computer gave me a 6.
Oh, excellent. Steve, you receive a coded communication. letting you know that following the red line is the wrong thing to do. And then kind of a raised eyebrow emoji, and then sus ? And by the way, this communication device is like a giant CRT screen. It probably weighs 20 pounds. It's got a fold down clickety clack. So it's very obtrusive for being secretive. And, Blythe, how is Friend Computer going to help you? Blythe is reminded. Friend Computer pops up on a screen next to you and says, "Orange line for orange clearance." So what do you all do?
I'm going to follow the orange line.
What? You can't do that. I'm the team leader.
Okay, but I can see the orange line, and I'm going to follow the orange line.
That's treasonous.
All right, team leader, what can I do to convince you to follow the orange line that you cannot see?
My opinions are always correct.
Lulu, Friend Computer told me you were not correct.
Well, I'm the team leader, so that seems like a lie on your part. Treason.
Steve, take 200 treason for revealing secret communications from Friend Computer.
Okay.
Well, sometimes we hear leader, but really it's a letter. Maybe you're just the lead of the group. Maybe you're just the dead weight.
Possible. But I don't really
Michelle,
care.
take 500 treason for being a terrible morale officer.
I'm not sure why they thought I'd be a good morale officer. I do my best.
Take 500 treason for questioning Friend Computer's decision to make you the morale officer.
Trying to be unconfident.
I know.
I'm going to wrestle our team leader to follow the orange line.
All right.
That she cannot see.
Yes, I think that is going to be violence melee.
Perfect.
I would like you both to roll violence melee.
All right. So Friend Computer got a 6, and
Excellent.
it's
Two. Three.
3 other successes and also 2 ones.
Okay, but not the majority ones. Cool.
No.
But you have no, you don't have a negative, so I don't have to count ones. I only have to count ones if your skill is, if the total is negative. And
Friend Computer got
Lulu.
us.
Oh, good. Friend Computer is playing both sides.
Both of my dice were ones.
Oh, good. So you failed, but Friend Computer gave you a success.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Perfect.
You gotta fight for your rights.
Uh,
To lead the
Lulu.
party.
Please make yourself maimed. And Friend Computer, now, don't fight. Lulu, you are given the brevet promotion to orange. And you can now see the orange line.
Aren't you
Computer.
glad you listened to me?
Friend
Blythe.
Computer, Michelle is not updating her treason. That is treasonous.
Oh, that's true. Michelle, would you like to update your treason?
I thought I did. It's not updated on y'all's. Do I have to like click out of it for it to update?
Probably so. Yeah, there we go. Steve, please take 100 treason for being a snitch.
Of 975 treason still.
Yes. Blythe, you are promoted to yellow. But you are promoted to a voice, a little tube will extrude out of the wall and a little speaker will whisper in your ear. Don't worry, you're still my favorite. You're yellow, just don't tell them.
I'm glad you can also see the orange line, one of the 2 lines I can see.
Yeah, make that a bluff for me, please. A chutzpah plus bluff.
Huh?
Plus bluff, that's interesting.
Michelle, during like moments, is going to be reading from the book that she has to try and boost morale. Probably is a poor job. I'm saying this because I have to walk the dog. Sorry.
Okay.
I got a 5 and friend computer got a 5.
Oh, excellent. So I think your pathetic attempt at subterfuge is successful. Excellent. So, what are you all doing now?
We're following the orange line to the abandoned sector.
Excellent. Yes. You spend several hours wandering through indistinguishable chambers and corridors. You will occasionally catch glimpse of fellow reds, oranges, and a few blues who eye you suspiciously and immediately communicate back to friend computer to check your clearance. But as soon as you check out, they don't disintegrate you. Until you find yourselves with an orange line going into what looks to be a plasticrete wall.
We have to take this wall down.
That seems reasonable. The orange line does go into the wall.
I'll try to just walk into the wall like maybe it's an illusion.
Excellent. Why don't you give me a I'm going to say chutzpah psychology.
0 successes. Friend computer got a 3 and I got a 4.
Excellent. You are dead. As you you get the idea that you probably need to like get a running start as you like lurch your maimed body into motion and then just splat yourself up against the wall. So please increase your clone count to 2 and then clear hurt, injured, and maimed. And I would like you to take 100 treason. Positive. Because dying stupidly is treason. Sometimes. Maybe.
I would like to clean the wall with the melt-a-mist because it's covered in blood and clone.
Yes. Excellent. I think I would like you to make a mechanics engineer. And I will let you add 2 more dice. Just make sure you let me know which one the friend computer is.
Let's see. So that's a total of 3 successes, and friend computer got a 6.
Oh, excellent. Yes. So you begin to, I'm assuming very cheerfully, spray the area that is covered in the remains of Lulu. Meanwhile, a tube extrudes from the ceiling and floop, a fresh Lulu appears. You do have the memories of everything up to the point where you went splat against the wall. Yes, and in fact, you receive notification from friend computer that while the Melto-Mist will absolutely make the wall sparkling clean, you probably are going to need to use the Replaceo beam. Because Melto-Mist does not work on integral portions of the alpha complex.
That's fair. Do we have a beam?
Well, one of your members has a Replaceo beam.
Yes, we need to replace this wall with a door.
Well, it only replaces one substance for another.
Well, replace this pesto wall with water.
I was hoping Jello.
I was also hoping Jello.
That does sound like something that could be fun.
Yes.
But we're not here to have fun. We're here to retrieve the item.
Take 200 treason for refusing to have fun.
Ooh, yeah. I think
Michelle,
our
take
morale
200
officer-
treason for refusing to point out that Steve was refusing to have fun.
Who's taking that?
Michelle.
Oh, okay.
Morale officer.
The morale officer, yes.
I was thinking maybe I should say something. Next
Yep.
time I'll just say it.
Yeah.
Take those roles seriously. All right. So, Steve,
Yes.
what do you do?
I aim the gun at the wall and shoot.
All right. I think I would like you to make a mechanics operate for me with a friend computer die.
Why do bullets have a hard time keeping their job? Because they're always fired.
I had 3 successes, and my computer got a 3.
Okay, so 3 successes is more than sufficient to change the molecular structure of the wall to a substance of your choice. What is your choice?
Let's go with Jello.
Excellent. You only take 5 treason. Because while you did not wait for the order from the team leader, you did follow their express wishes. And now there is a very wiggly, shimmery, 4-foot thick wall of Jello.
What color Jello is it?
Yes, what color Jello is it, Steve?
It is red, because that's the only color that I can see.
I mean, you can see other colors.
Oh, it is red.
All right, everybody,
But
start
that is
eating.
the right choice.
All right. Aye, team leader. It's time to eat this Jello.
Okay. I mean, you could straight up Melto mist it because now it's organic, but go ahead. Eat away.
This
How
is the
do you
best way
eat
to eat the tunnel, right?
How you eat a whole wall of Jello? One bite at a time.
Yes. All right. So, hours later, you have eaten a small hole in what was the plasticrete wall that is now red Jello. You did not specify flavor. It is tomato flavor.
Favorite.
All right, we all got our vitamins now. We're ready to go on this adventure.
Potentially. Yes. You won't need any more synthamine for a little bit. All right. Cool. I think I would like
Do you want any fries with that?
so I think I would for some indeterminate amount of time, I think I would like to impose a -1 on all rolls for all of you. Because because of your distended bellies full of tomato jello. And like sore jaw and stuff from like spending the last hour eating a hole through it. But you now have access to the abandoned district. What do you do?
We go in, obviously.
Awesome.
Ladies first, Blythe.
Oh, thank you. Hey, do I see any lines in the abandoned
No.
sector? All right. Spooky. But I do walk in first.
Well, you crawl in
Through the yellow hole.
and like
yes.
pull yourself through this disgusting sticky mess, getting stuck at some point, and one of your friends, I suppose, will give you a little push on your feet. So then there's as you are expelled into the forbidden zone or the abandoned zone. So, what is everyone else doing?
Michelle says, I wish we had used the gelatin key.
I can't kill you every time there's a pun,
Are you sure?
but I'm tempted.
Is this Michelle's keeping morale up?
Michelle, actually, Michelle is keeping Michelle's morale up. Subtract 100 treason points.
Hey.
Because how can a morale officer keep up morale if they don't keep up their own morale? The fact that it destroys morale for everyone else is immaterial. For now. What is everyone else
Don't
doing?
worry. My morale stays up with the puns.
Yes.
I don't care.
I don't think Lulu understands puns.
Okay.
I don't.
Blythe has disappeared into the weird, slightly drippy orifice. Very tomato smelling.
Steve's next.
Michelle follows.
Get in there, Steve.
But you said ladies first, so which is it? Me next or Michelle next?
Blythe was first. Do you understand first, second, third, fourth? Steve, are you questioning your team leader?
I'm just trying to comprehend your instructions because they contradict themselves.
Lulu, would you like to give Steve some treason points for
I
questioning
don't
orders?
have the authority to give treason points. As far as I understand it, that could be friend computer's job only.
A little screen will pop out and go for it.
200 treason points to Steve for not following the team leader.
Excellent. Good job.
Michelle had like one hand in the jello, but had stopped and is like holding it back,
Okay.
I was just holding it open for you.
Okay.
That's very nice of you, Michelle, to hold that jello open for Steve. I'll get the other side.
All right. So you kind of pull. Oh, gross. So nasty. You kind of pull the opening open to the extent that you can. Steve, what are you doing?
Going somewhere where I would never normally go.
Okay. Yeah, I think, Steve, I would like you to give me a chutzpah melee. So that's going to be a total of -3, which means you roll 4 die. Ones count against you because your total is negative.
And one is the computer.
And if the friend computer dies of 5 or 6, let me know. That's always the case.
Okay. Red computer got a 5, and I got a 6.
Ah, excellent. And no ones or twos? Oh, no ones?
No ones.
All right. So how is friend computer going to help you? So you get through, and you are a little bit stuck. Because it's starting to kind of collapse a little bit because you guys have been having a lot of conversation. And it's not like perfectly solid. So it kind of, even though you're holding it open at the back end, as you crawl, the top is starting to collapse a little bit. So you find yourself stuck. So friend computer is going to help you in a way that no one else knows, that I will message you. But you make it out.
Michelle, would you like to go next or would you like me to go next?
Whatever the leader would wish.
I will go next.
If it makes you happy. I didn't hear the last thing you said.
I said, give me a good boost, please.
Boost, absolutely.
Yeah.
I use like the dodgeball to even have like a spring between us, even more boost.
Okay. Take an extra die for creativity. I would like you to make a Huspa melee, please.
What's melee? One success.
Yes. And were you rolling negative die?
No.
Okay, cool. So 1 success. Yes, you almost suffocate. But you are eventually, after probably 5 minutes of struggling and squirming, and like getting your shoulder stuck in the collapsing other side, you eventually pull yourself out. As I'm sure Blythe and Steve just stand there watching. All right.
So that was to push Lulu through.
Oh, it was to
Now
push
do
Lulu through. I'm sorry. I was too
I
busy
apologize.
not telling Steve secrets.
Should I have rolled with that? Lulu?
No, it's all good. So you almost failed to push Lulu through, but eventually, yes. Do Blythe and Steve help Lulu?
As Lulu is our team leader, yes, I will help Lulu.
All right. So
I'll watch.
Steve pulls Lulu out. Now it is just Michelle on the other side. What is Michelle doing?
Everyone, we must pull Michelle through. We need our morale officer here to help us.
I guess they want some help from me. And I just slowly push in. And I just hate every second of it.
All right. I'm going to say that your lack of enthusiasm results in the jello collapsing and crushing you very, very, very slowly to death. Please increase your clone count by 1.
That was a warm way to go.
It's actually kind of like room temperature,
Yeah, but it was like a hug.
like a wet,
Yeah.
clammy, tomato-flavored hug.
Tomato hug.
A
Yes.
wet tomato hug.
So you're simultaneously
I
crushed
feel
and
you.
suffocated by
A mess.
tomato jello.
Yeah, it is pretty messy here. I'm going to instruct the broom bot to clean the jello off of us.
Okay, everyone, please take hurt,
Well, I'm not there anymore,
except
do I
for
think?
Michelle,
Okay.
because Michelle will reconstitute after. So Michelle,
And then I'm going to turn and just put the Melto Mist on the jello wall just to clean up that area too.
yes, it immediately dissolves.
Yes.
So Michelle, a little pneumatic tube extends from the ceiling and floop, there you are. You are no longer covered in tomato jello, and you arrive just in time to watch the broombot beat the crap out of everyone else.
What was I just doing? What was my last thought?
It's probably about how that jello was warm.
Yeah.
You love that warm hug.
It was probably about how nice it is to die to a warm hug of probably 3 tons of slowly melting tomato jello. Your next thought is that the entire situation could have been avoided if Blythe had used the Melto Mist, as was the original plan. I wonder if Blythe might be sabotaging the mission.
Never. It's definitely because it brings up our morale. I was trying to help everybody because when the morale officer dies, she's kind of a bit of a downer. So when she's gone for a bit,
Blythe take 1,000 treason for trying to play someone else's role.
If you could take the morale duties and leave them to me, please, and not lower the team's morale by killing us, I'd appreciate that.
Michelle, take 1,000 treason for talking back to one of your betters.
I was really hoping I come back as orange like Gandalf.
No. Nope.
That seems kind of treasonous to wish that you were better than you are.
This is Kelly.
Probably.
I don't know. I don't think she knows who Gandalf is.
That's true. Who knows? There is no out of character. Or actually, that's not true.
Noted.
There is out of character, but out of character is treason.
Okay. to update it properly. Yeah. Before I
Right.
get yelled at.
We're all here, right?
Yeah. Do we see anything in the sector?
I'm sorry, I muted you.
Oh, do we see anything in this abandoned sector?
Yes. Well, you can see why it was abandoned. It's frankly somewhat terrifying. The ceiling rapidly goes up so high that you have a hard time seeing it. There's obviously something wrong with the ambient lighting because it appears that only one section of the ceiling is producing sufficient light or light of the appropriate friend computer approved kind of whiteness. The rest of the ceiling seems to be kind of a weird bluish hue. And perhaps this is some sort of massive warehouse or storage area because there, instead of being a bunch of like self-connected and contained rooms and corridors and tunnels, there are freestanding structures of some sort. In between those structures are areas of what you have to assume is badly decayed plasticrete. And surrounding that, each of these freestanding structures is green carpeting.
We can see the green carpeting, huh?
Yes. You can see other colors. Now, whether you walk on it, that's a whole other situation. Also, these freestanding structures are painted a variety of colors. Some of which are not technically approved. Like there's one that's white, there's one that's brown.
Is that a turquoise?
Why? Is that blue or is that green? Who knows? It's very upsetting.
Is it blue or gold?
Oh. Please take 500 treason.
Yeah, I will. Thank you, friend computer.
In many, there are platforms of plasticrete that seem to go very close to these freestanding structures, and in some of those are mechanical devices of some sort. Also, in a variety of colors, some of which are not approved.
We shouldn't be here very long, guys. We should hurry up and find that crystal.
All right, team leader, lead the way.
Oh, shit.
I'm sure you're going to do a great job. That's why they made you leader.
You're right. I am great at being a leader. I don't care about this place. But let's go that way. There must be a way to follow these colors to the violet crystal, right? I'm sure we can figure it out together.
Sure. So you find yourself, you exit the now just gaping hole in a wall, which you can see some repair bots immediately come back and start to spray plasticrete because you can't have an open breach into the abandoned sector. Yes, but you are in the midst of probably like a 20-foot wide pathway of plasticrete, and you can see that it joins with other pathways that run at right angles, so it continues on. So it creates almost from what you can see from your vantage point, a grid of these broad walkways. Very much like passageways you're familiar with, but just aren't walls. There's a more open area with green carpeting and other more narrow passageways of plasticrete that lead up to what appear to be some sort of door into these freestanding structures.
Let's check the first structure and see what's inside.
All right. Well, the good news is the first structure is kind of like a weird creamy yellow color. And if you squint just right, you could convince yourself that it's yellow. So, what do you do?
Blythe, could you open this door? Maybe?
I can try to open the door. I love trying to open doors. Does it have a door?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll walk up to the door and try to open it
How do you open it?
with my hand.
You mean you wave your hand over what you assume to be the sensor,
Yeah.
right? Or do you grab the handle and turn it?
Well, I mean, yeah, I'll try grabbing a handle and turning it.
So everyone witnesses that Blythe is very familiar with using treasonous technology. Because nowhere in Alpha Complex are there doors with handles.
Michelle, are you familiar with an OHA, an AOH, an HOA?
Oh. Michelle, you were asking Blythe this?
I'm asking Blythe this because I've heard of some random letters being treasonous that include those three. I'm seeing if Blythe recognizes any of them to be recognizable.
No.
Michelle, take 100 treason points for knowing something that's treason. Cool. But yes, you maybe instinctively reach down and everyone watches you operate treasonous technology. But the door does open. What do you do?
I walk in. Wait, team. The door's open. Team leader.
Excellent. I thought that you might know how to use that treasonous technology. I had no idea.
Oh, it's weird.
Go in.
Okay. I walk inside.
Lulu, please take 500 treason for not punishing treason. All right. So Blythe walks in. It is. I mean, I think it's probably hard for your brain to comprehend what you're seeing. It's clearly some sort of structure, but there are a variety of non-compliant furnishings. There is some sort of brown, grainy substance instead of proper plasticrete for the floor. There are additional rugs, but the rugs are also not compliant. There are a variety of different colors and patterns of different colors. This whole thing is clearly treasonous. There is, in fact, perhaps you're momentarily reassured when you see standing on a stand in one of the larger open spaces that is just clustered with these treasonous objects, you see what looks to be a friend computer terminal.
What do you see in there?
Treason, mostly. I look around for something I can't see.
Okay.
Really hard.
Sure. Why not make that a brain science or brain psychology?
So I'll do brain science, but I think I still have a Jello problem.
Yes.
It is one success. Friend computer rolled a 1.
Okay. Well, so you look around to see what you can't see, and you don't see anything that you can't see. And we'll say, but you don't like drive yourself insane doing it, and no negative consequences happen because that was totally a success. So you decide to go and report to friend computer, and you try speaking to the terminal. Nothing happens. It has a number of knobs on it. And so you begin again, just kind of instinctively turning things. And soon there's a pop sound, and then friend computer appears. Except it's not friend computer.
Done. What have you done?
I don't know. What is this?
It is some
What
other.
kind of treason is this?
Well, it's hard to even tell because the picture has no color. So you can't tell what clearance the individual on the screen has. But the individual on the screen is a woman. She appears to be seated in some sort of chamber, and she is talking about something called Happy O's. It is some sort of thing in a box that she is pouring into a bowl. And she's talking about, 8 essential vitamins and minerals that she feeds to her family.
That seems like a morale officer kind of situation. Do you need Michelle in there to look at those vitamins?
I think so.
Michelle's on the street with her propaganda, shouting, "This zone is treason. All treasonous people, please leave immediately and allow yourselves to be terminated for your happiness. Smile, you are seen."
Awesome. Yes, take negative 500 treason points, please. For finally actually being a decent morale officer.
Excellent work removing the treasonous people that were around us.
Yes. So, what happens?
I think we better leave. Maybe we need to check another place. This seems like a bad spot. They probably wouldn't keep the crystal in here.
Probably not. Should I get rid of this treason machine?
Yes, get rid of it.
Steve, can you get rid of the treason machine?
Yes, I can.
How are you going to get rid of it?
Lulu would like. Team
I
leader, is
would
that
I would like you to remove this treason machine, Steve.
okay. I will use my replaceo beam to get rid of this treason machine.
What are you replacing it with?
I will replace it with bubblegum.
Cool. Go ahead and give me a mechanics operate.
I had 1 success, and computer was a 4.
Okay. So yes, you blast it, and it partly turns to bubblegum. Perhaps this treason machine is resistant to the effects of your replaceo beam. Who knows? Or perhaps you're just bad at your job.
Oh boy. I mean, is that
But
you or the machine?
As soon as a portion of this machine is rendered into bubblegum, the woman, the black and white woman on the screen, fades away, and there is sparking and sizzling sounds, and sparks explode out of the unchanged portion of the machine and hit the carpeting, which immediately ignites. What do you do?
What should we do, leader?
What? I don't even know what that is.
It
I don't
looks
either.
it looks dirty.
Clean it.
Broombot, clean this mess in this house place.
How? You know what? You know the title of this place? You know this is a house? I've never heard of such a thing. Treason! Friend computer!
Yes. Unlike maybe because the ceilings are so high here, unlike usual, instead of a monitor coming down from the ceiling, actually this little floating ball with a monitor on the front that maybe has been following you will float up. Yes, Lulu. What can I do to help you?
Blythe knows the name of this treasonous location.
Blythe?
No, I don't.
She just exclaimed that this was a house. I've never heard of such a thing.
All right. I would like you both to give me brains charm.
Michelle enters the house. I think the treasonous people are gone. What's going on in here?
As Broombot immediately rushes in and begins to try to sweep away the fire.
Good job, Broombot. I
It's a
got
community thing.
3 successes, and friend computer was a 4.
Okay.
I got 0 successes, but friend computer was a 6.
All right. So, friend computer. Well, it's not a matter of who friend computer believes, because Blythe has a higher security clearance. Yes. The little orb of that contains the monitor with friend computer will extrude a little tendril or some sort of snaking cable and will probe around on the ground for a bit until it finds an area where it can like flip aside a piece of this plasticrete and access something beneath it. And a portion of the plasticrete that you're standing on will open up and Lulu will fall into it. Lulu doesn't fall very far, however. Lulu only falls about, 10 inches. And then the whirring begins as the blades that are in this brief or shallow recess begin to spin up. And over a period of probably 15 seconds,
No.
Lulu is slap chopped.
Smile.
yes.
We are seen.
So I need you to go ahead and increase your clone count there, Lulu.
Done.
Yes. However, and the method of your return is a little bit different. Instead of a extrusion tube coming down from the ceiling, some sort of strange vehicle makes its way down one of these broader areas of plasticrete. It's in some ways similar to what you have seen before. It's kind of like a tank or a people mover or one of the approved Alpha Complex vehicles. It's just that it has bright paintings of some sort of foodstuff and in a variety of very different bright colors. And there are caricatures of small children that appear to be enjoying this. And there's a song, kind of a tinkling song that it makes as it approaches and pulls up to the curb of this structure that you're standing in front of as it begins to burn in earnest. And
This truck has a nice scream.
the doors open and a little pod comes out the back, levitates out the back, and then opens up. And a slightly frosty Lulu climbs out.
At least it's warm here. Get to warm up a little, and I'm no longer injured.
Yes,
Thank
you
you,
clear
great.
all injuries. So you are back. Now what do you do? Oh, so Broombot is also on fire.
Yep.
Is your equipment being damaged in there right now, Blythe?
Kind of looks like it.
Isn't that treasonous?
I think this might be the quartermaster's problem now.
Oh, true. Quartermaster, there's equipment being damaged.
Sure.
Yeah, I have an equipment malfunction. I think I
Quartermaster,
can try to program it. Broombot, fix yourself.
Quartermaster, you are an invaluable member of this team.
Go ahead and check your Discord there, Lulu. So Broombot is on fire. Malfunction, but it's still trying to clean like actual fire. Instead, it is just spreading it around.
Yeah, I've informed our quartermaster, Steve, that it is malfunctioning.
Yes. Steve, someone with a higher security clearance has informed you that a device is malfunctioning. What do you do?
Lulu, should I try to repair it, or should I sit here and move on out of this walled location as you previously requested?
Quartermaster, I don't know anything about machines and stuff. That's up to you. What do you think is the best move? As your team leader, I leave this decision to you.
You all are doing a fantastic job.
Feel like that.
Take
robot-
50 treason points for that half-assed attempt.
No, that's just her voice. I was trying.
Well,
I'm
take
sorry.
50 treason points for your voice. Sorry, for her voice. Steve, what are you doing? You have been given discretion to leverage your skills.
Feel like the robot is beyond repair because it is on fire.
Seems
Yeah.
treasonous not to repair my stuff.
But your stuff has not helped us in any capacity thus far,
Excuse
which means to me that that is treasonous used against us.
I think it's been great help. Are we covered in jello right now? Probably not. I'm pretty sure it did its job when it hurt us.
Probably so.
And Lulu doesn't have any jello at all.
Nope. Free and clear of tomato jello here.
All right.
Too
Please
much reasoning can lead to treasoning. Let's continue.
take a negative 500 treason points because that was actually good. Blythe, please remove Broombot from your inventory.
Okay.
However, Friend Computer is always here to help. You hear a clanking and some other kind of like the groaning of metal and some beeps and boops coming from this strange vehicle with the multicolored foodstuffs and happy children on the side. And another robot rolls out. It has a dome head, and there's some sort of whirring, like there you can see whirring of blades and some sort of substance kind of bouncing around on the inside. It has tracks and it has 2 arms, but the arms are just tubes.
Quartermaster, you know what this is?
That could be a brains engineer.
Sure, I will do that. Well, I got 2 6s and Brent Computer got a 6.
All right, so you are starting to try to figure out, and then you will see the big terminal that you're carrying as your super secret communication device will bleep, and you get a schematic. It's a snow cone blaster. The stuff in the stuff in the dome is actually ice, and then inside it has various different tubules of multicolored fluid that then it mixes with the ice, forms them into balls, and then blasts them. It is high utility and high lethality. It also leaves sticky residue everywhere it goes.
We must use this to put out this warm fire stuff.
Oh, that makes sense.
What do you
I
do?
know how to do things.
So,
Is it friendly?
It's from Friend Computer. Of course it's friendly.
It's unfamiliar. That's why Michelle asked.
100 points treason for doubting Friend Computer.
How do we know it's Friend Computer? It's a new place.
Well, because Lulu came
200
from the
points for doubting Friend Computer. So,
Is
what do you
this
do?
Friend Computer? Where
Uh,
are we?
nobody answers. So, what do? You are watching this structure burn.
I guess I will direct the snow cone thing to put out the hot stuff.
All right. It begins firing massive, extraordinarily dense, syrupy balls, knocking down the walls, blasting holes in the windows. There is a sizzling as the ice melts. But mostly what it's doing is just demolishing the already on fire structure.
Real nice.
Yes. You
Very
hear
good.
some sort of mechanical wailing sound off in the distance.
What is that?
Something that needs cheering up.
Let's head towards it. Maybe they have our violet crystal.
It does sound sad.
Okay. I'll follow the team leader's instruction to head towards the wailing noises.
Are you going on foot? I'm just
Can we-
asking, there is a vehicle near you.
I was like, can we take this vehicle that has come? I get in the front and go, vehicle, can you take us to the sound?
Nothing happens. Well, I suppose, never mind. Go ahead and give me a mechanics operate. Because you were trying to operate it.
Is that going to go well for you?
No.
You always...
Michelle will look for propaganda in the back of the vehicle.
Yes.
I receive 1 success, but friend computer had a 1, and I only have negatives in this roll.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Is that 2 successes then?
Oh yeah, 2 successes. Sorry, I had a
2
5 and a 6.
Okay. Well, it only matters if you got more than half of your dice were ones. So the fact that friend computer is not helping you doesn't really matter. So you speak to it. That doesn't work, but you somehow, I mean, it's running. So somehow, as you get in and situate yourself and place your feet where it seems like feet ought to go, you press on some sort of lever on the floor and the vehicle lurches forward. And with a little bit of trial and error, you can tell that this wheel in front of you is meant to, you're used to kind of levers, like tank sort of driving, but you realize that the wheel is somewhat similar and you can control the speed forward and stop with alternating feet motions. So it's not beautiful, but you are able to get it to move. Everyone else, however, is outside. What do?
I instruct everyone to get in that I can move this vehicle to another location.
I get
Excellent.
in.
Get in as well.
I'm in the back looking for that stuff. Looking for
Yes.
any propaganda.
Yes. There are happy pops. There's like what would we call it? Like there's like a chocolate cow on a stick. I mean, you don't know what a cow is, but it appears to be some sort of quadrupedal
Depression
animal.
Move.
Yes. There's a variety of things that are very brightly multicolored. And the smell back here is actually kind of nice. It smells sweet and delicious.
Michelle tries the depression move.
Okay. Yeah, it's a crunchy, dark brown covering. Ugh, what does that mean? And the inside is white. Oh no, the inside is pink. Yeah, it is a combination of flavors you have never tasted before.
Michelle just throws the other 3 a different one entirely, so we all have a different flavor.
What's this? What is this? Is this treason?
This looks like treason to me.
Wait, are you eating treason?
It tastes like love.
Treason can't be love. Friend,
only-
friend computer? Friend computer?
The only love I need is from computer.
I'm the morale leader. This will boost the morale.
If the morale officer says that we need to eat this to boost morale, we have to listen to her. That's her job.
Okay, if you say so. It is the morale leader, and friend computer didn't come when I asked right then, so
Yeah.
I guess it's fine.
I will open mine and use my knees to steer the wheel as I eat it.
That's fine. Why don't you go ahead and give me another mechanics operate?
No ones. One success, no ones. Friend computer was a 2.
All right, so you are managing to keep from running over, or keep it more or less in the center of this broad. It would, like I said, it would be a tunnel or a corridor, only it doesn't have walls. However, 2 additional vehicles, larger than the one that you're in, begin kind of come around a corner and then begin racing toward you. The good news is they're red, but they are of an unfamiliar design. They are the source of that wailing sound. It is quite loud now.
I have clearly figured out where the sound is coming from, and we are moving closer to it. I continue.
Oh, good.
Michelle uses the propaganda megaphone and reaches her head out the other window and just says, "Please, stop the wailing. Smile. Be happy. We are here. And we are watching. And they are watching. Smile."
Yes. You see a number of, it's a little bit difficult because you're in the middle of this corridor. These 2 large vehicles have to slow down and kind of run up on the side and even like drive over pieces of that green carpet to go around you. And there are a number of individuals, some of which are like hanging on to the outside. They are dressed in yellow. So clearly very high clearance. And they simply look at you very confused as they race past you towards the burning structure.
We're fine. Are we going to follow them, team leader?
No, we'll continue in this direction. We must figure out where they came from. They probably have the violet crystal.
That seems reasonable.
We
All
will
right.
find out why you were crying. Please stop crying.
So, what do you do? I'm gonna say you're not going very fast. So you are not far enough away that you don't pick up on the fact that upon the arrival of the individuals in the large red vehicles with obviously yellow clearance, your snowcone bot begins attacking them. You hear screams.
I assume that the friend computer, they must not have clearance to be there if that friend computer device is attacking them. We must get away from them.
That seems fair. It'll distract us from our mission.
Yes. Where are you going? What are you doing?
We're going to find where they came from. They're probably the ones hiding the violet crystal.
Potentially. So, how do you do that, though?
Well, a lot of luck, probably.
Okay, so you pick a random direction. Go ahead and give me a chutzpah bluff.
That sounds like a really cool city.
Yes. And let me know if the friend computer die pops up.
I got 1 success, no ones. Friend computer got a 4.
Okay. Yeah, you spend some time just sort of, mostly you're just getting familiar with how to operate this vehicle. It is clearly non-compliant, but who knows? And you're going relatively slow. You make a left turn into a winding series of roads and probably actually don't realize until your second time through that it's making a loop. On your second loop, you begin to see a number of individuals. They are smaller than regulation, but they appear to have gathered on the edge of this green carpet. Expectantly.
What colors are they wearing? What colors are they wearing?
Every kind of color.
I start running them over.
Okay. They appear to have something green in their hands. And as you approach, they begin to wave it at you. Meanwhile, this tinkling song is just continuing to blare out of this vehicle that you're driving. So you are going to attempt, I'm going to say that is a violence melee? Sort of?
Kind of.
That was pretty.
I got 1 success and friend computer got a 6.
Excellent. Steve,
Yes.
you were holding on to the big terminal with the fold down keyboard. You see a beeping light or a blinking light on it. And as you turn to look, friend computer's face, the smiley face pops up.
Hello, friend computer.
Yes, I have been testing your autonomy. That's why I haven't been answering for the past few minutes. It has nothing to do with difficulty getting a signal this far into the abandoned zone. How can I be of assistance? Please report.
Friend
We are
Oh, go ahead, Steve. Report.
we are in a vehicle that is blaring music, and we are trying to find the direction we need to go. We
Yes.
have people coming at us with green items and swinging it at us, and we also had 2 vehicles that had men dressed in yellow try to ram us off the road, but then they decided to move last second.
Well, that all sounds horribly treasonous. I hope you've destroyed them.
The snow cone machine that was provided has helped to do so.
Excellent. Well done. All right. Yes, but you are successful at running over some of the small people. Bits of green, clearly some sort of fabric, kind of float in the air. One of them, actually flies in your open window.
We should
My
remove
morale was not boosted by this action.
Well, maybe it was. I mean, you've successfully executed friend computer's order to destroy the treason. So well done.
Yes, we have destroyed the treason. Perfect job, everyone.
Yes.
Now to find this violet crystal.
Yes. More individuals are now streaming out of these freestanding structures. Heedlessly, regardless of the color they're wearing, they're heedlessly tramping over the green carpet. And they are running out and picking up the small individuals off the ground. And then some of them are actually actively chasing you.
So weird. So treasonous.
How dare they? Do they not know the rules? Friend computer should smite them down.
We will have to act in friend computer's stead.
Shall we run them all over with this vehicle?
It seems reasonable.
I know what we should do. Morale officer, start throwing the stuff to improve their morale out at them.
Yes! Michelle runs and opens the back doors. Well, Michelle tells the back doors to open, and then figures it out and starts throwing out all the different variety of bagged, crunchy, cold,
Yes.
filled with love.
Michelle, make a melee throw. Sorry, a violence throw.
Violence. Just violence?
Violence plus throw. And in your case, because you have
plus
0 in
throw.
throw. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 3 dice.
Friend computer got 6. That's all I got.
Awesome. friend computer will extrude one of those cables and connect to something kind of up near where Lulu is driving. And you can see you start to throw, just like reach into these big cold containers, and you start to throw things, and people are just kind of like, these are clearly humans, although they might be mutants. They're looking very confused. Maybe it's just a level of treason that they have clothed themselves in has made them insane. But many of them are kind of just like easily dodging, or like one of them will actually catch one and start to eat it in a confused fashion. But one of these cold cases or cold containers begins to transform. It like bits of strange arcane machinery pop out of it, and then part of the back extrudes itself into what looks to be a long, like ballistic barrel, and a targeting reticule pops out the top, and two handles kind of transformer themselves out the side. It is clearly a weapon of some sort.
Fire the love.
Yes.
I will reach out to fire the love at the people.
All right. So that is going to be a violence guns for Steve.
Michelle's on the propaganda microphone just saying, accept the love. This is from the friend computer, and this is for your happiness.
Yes.
This is bad.
Oh, good.
I have 4 ones, but for computer, 6.
Ah, excellent. So perfect. So you begin firing a stream of cone-shaped objects, pointy part first. And it is rapid fire. And you, like, straight up murder probably 15 of these treasonous, potentially mutants.
For your happiness.
Yes. But its supply is quickly exhausted. And so more of these tubules spring out and connect to other portions of these series of cold canisters and begin sucking in whatever happiness material is inside them and then firing them. It is quickly going on to like some sort of weird auto fire situation where you're basically just sort of turning it to catch, causing massive, massive destruction behind you. The last of the devices is sucked clean. And then tubules reach out and start grabbing you. Steve first, then Michelle, then Blythe, then Lulu are sucked into the rearmost of one of these devices or one of these big canisters. And some sort of process happens inside where you are liquefied, frozen, churned, formed into a ballistic shape, and then fired out the back.
Well, that was fun.
So I would like you all to increase your clone count by 1. Kelly.
That was a good game.
Sorry, Michelle. Yes. It's fine. We've suspended the clone limits. I mean, you're sort of outside the normal bounds of the alpha complex, so maybe the rules don't all apply here. So
like Michelle's face is like one eye is like higher than the other, and like the different colors now.
yes, Michelle comes back. The clone comes back partially melted.
Seems fitting.
Yeah,
Yes.
completely normal.
Yeah.
And instead of clothing, you have a chocolate shell.
Must resist tasting.
Yes, you smell delicious. You find yourselves being decanted out of a rusty metal tube and splashing into about 6 inches of filthy water. However, in front of you is a ladder, and you can see some light coming in from some sort of grating above. But all 4 of you pop out. Michelle is slowly dissolving into the water. Very slowly.
We better get Michelle out of here. It doesn't look like this environment is very good for you. My opinion is that we should go up to the light.
Okay, that wasn't chocolate. That was something else. But yeah, no, we should.
Yes, you see something brown float by and say, is that chocolate? It isn't, though. It does not smell good in here. It is very non-hygienic.
Yes, we should leave immediately.
Hygiene officer, why have you allowed us to be in this for this long?
No one has moved yet, team leader, but I guess I deploy the Melto Mist to clean the area.
Yes. Go ahead and give me a, I'm going to say brains operate.
I got no successes. Friend computer got a 6.
Oh, excellent. So you begin spraying the mist around. I would like everyone to take hurt as you just start spraying it into this small chamber, and it slowly starts to build up. It's heavier than air. It slowly starts to build up and starts to eat away at your clothing and then eventually your flesh. You are all now wearing shorts. But friend computer will intervene on your behalf and will open up some sort of vent and will suck the mist out before it is able to dissolve you all entirely. I need someone to roll a d4 for me.
Got a 3.
Blythe is sucked in.
Whee!
Yes. And is recycled. So Blythe, I need you to increase your clone count by 1. So Blythe is just blithely spraying around. This iris opens and there's a massive pressure change as all of the mist and Blythe are sucked in. And you hear some thudding and whomping and wet smacking sound from inside the wall. And then coming out of a different tube, another Blythe appears.
All clean.
Your Melto Mist was destroyed.
Oh, dang.
So you're at 5. Excellent. And Michelle is at 7. Cool. So, what do you do?
Have you just destroyed another piece of equipment, Blythe?
Well, I didn't, but it may have gotten sucked into the tube with me, and it did not reappear.
Are you accusing friend computer of destroying the equipment?
No, it's all just a matter of chance and happenstance. I mean, really, this is on the quartermaster for not making sure it's secured properly to me.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I think so.
Steve, why to make this piece of equipment secured to Blythe properly?
I showed her how to secure it properly, but she did not listen.
Are you accusing friend computer of sucking her too hard?
Phrasing, team leader.
My computer can never suck too hard.
Michelle, would you like to leave this area and go up?
Suggesting something the team leader should be suggesting?
You did say that a minute ago before
true.
I started cleaning.
That's true. Let's get out of here. Hey, Michelle.
So,
Sorry, I'm muted. I was saying that the morale has boosted. Should we not remain here? This is
We have gained as much morale here as we can, I believe.
Yeah,
I
it's
agree.
still kind of dirty.
One
Yes.
might say we made the best of the shitty situation.
It's true.
Are you taking the piss with us?
Meanwhile, just for that, a horde of rats appears and begins gnawing away at Michelle, who is quite delicious.
Don't worry. They've got me covered.
Yes. So for now, Michelle, that means you are now maimed. Everyone except for Misha should be hurt. Everyone else except Misha should be hurt. As they gnaw off one of your legs.
You're gonna have a hard time climbing that ladder with only one leg.
You can hop.
One hop this time.
Hop to it.
All right. So, does everyone leave the enchantment chamber or disenchantment, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Decantment chamber. All right. Swatting the last of the rats off of you, you make your way up to the surface. There's a very large, heavy, you think it's an airlock at first, but it doesn't appear to rotate, and none of your verbal commands are noticed until eventually you just press it, and with some very great difficulty, you're able to slide it off, and then you crawl out of a hole and are now standing in the center of one of these wide areas of Plasticrete. There are some people watching you.
Clearly treasonous to be staring at us like this.
Potentially.
But I do ask them if they've seen the violet crystal.
There's a man and a woman and a small child. The man looks at the woman and tells her, "Go inside, Betty. Go and get my gun. Take little Timmy in. Protect him from these weirdos." So the woman, in a floral print dress, it's like blue and yellow and orange and red. Yeah, super treason.
Michelle's like, no, we're just like you.
Just like you. Stumbling forward on one leg. It's not painful.
Good.
I mean, the stump is melting a little bit, but other than that, you're fine. And you are leaving a sticky trail of melted ice cream wherever you go. It's only a few moments later where the male individual in some sort of gray attire comes out and is carrying some sort of, obviously, a weapon. What do you do?
Steve, take care of this situation. Quartermaster that gun away from him. That looks like a treasonous object.
Okay, I use my replacer beam and aim it at the gun.
Yes. What would you like to replace the material of the gun with?
The carpet we saw earlier.
Okay. Cool. Go ahead and give me a mechanics operate. No, I think it is going to be a violence operate.
I have one success, one, and brain computer got a 2.
Okay, so that's not great. I'm going to say that he's a bit further away. Your replacer beam is really meant for kind of like wide area coverage up relatively close. So I'm going to say that you just kind of spray the general area with the beam. And in fact, portions of his weapon do change color. They turn brown and then begin to extrude these green shapes. But the same happens with him, his body. His skin turns green, so you have apparently improved his security rating. Good job. And begins to change in texture as he screams in obviously horrific pain. And these spikes begin to pop out all over his body. His general shape is still somewhat humanoid. But after screaming, "Oh God, kill me now!" The transformation is complete. He is now a 6-foot-tall, spiky humanoid with green skin.
You've clearly unearthed the mutant. Good job, Steve.
Yes, you did not realize that your replacer beam could unveil mutants. So it begins to advance upon you, Steve. It is wielding whatever its weapon is as a club. I'll kill you.
Kill it, Steve. Kill it. Kill it, Steve.
I aim my replacer beam at the ground underneath where he's walking towards me.
All right. Let's make that a brains operate. And tell me what you're trying to replace the ground with.
It's brains. Okay. I'm trying to
ground, which should be replaced with brains.
I mean, maybe.
I'm trying to replace it with liquid concrete.
Okay.
I have 2 6s, a 5, and for computer got a 5.
Oh, excellent. Yes. So, Friend Computer says, it looks like you're trying to deal with a hideous, horrible mutant. Here, let me help. And blasts the entire area of the green carpet and turns it into liquid plasticrete. Who else is standing close by? Certainly Steve.
Michelle can be.
Okay. Steve and Michelle, I would like you to give me, let's say, chutzpah stealth.
Okay, how do we do it with minus?
So you deduct your positive from your minus, and then whatever number is left is what you roll. But if the number is left as negative, I need you to, in addition to counting successes, count failures too. As ones. So in your case, you got 3 minus 4. So you're going to roll 2 die, 1 for your total, and then 1 for Friend Computer. And because the total is negative, let me know if you get any ones.
Cool. I got a 6 with Friend Computer and 4 for me.
Oh, okay. So that's 2 successes. That's excellent.
Oh, 4 is a success?
Sorry, you're right. Not a 4. So that's 1 success.
I've been playing this game wrong.
Which is enough. Friend Computer is attempting to preserve your rapidly degenerating life. And it sculpts the area of plasticrete around so that you don't immediately fall into and start dissolving into the plasticrete. Or maybe it realized that if you fell in, you would have diluted it and it would have interfered with the setting ability of the plasticrete. Steve, what'd you get?
5, and Friend Computer also got a 5.
All right. Yeah, so Friend Computer doesn't accidentally or intentionally turn the area underneath your feet into quickset. So neither of you is drowned in rapidly hardening quicksand, basically. The mutant, however, quickly bogs down and it's starting to try to kind of crawl, swim towards you. The plasticrete sets around it and it just pulls itself out. There's a hideous kind of wet popping sound as its lower quarters are separated. But it's still clawing its way towards you. I think you can probably even see that whatever it's trailing is starting to reconstitute itself. Like it has some sort of regenerative capability. What do you do?
We must kill this mutant. What is wrong, Steve? Why did it not work?
It's getting very close to you, Steve.
Smash its brains in or something. Stomp on it. Curb stomp.
Oh god.
Throw dodgeballs.
Do I have some sort of guns?
You have a pen and paper and a compliant. You have
Yeah, no. Okay.
a prop Oganda and deflated dodgeballs and inspirational posters.
Can I use the dodgeball like a weapon
Yes.
to try and like hit in the head? Cool.
Yes. Violence melee.
Cool.
Steve, what are you doing?
I guess I'll try to use my replacer beam once again.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Nothing?
And I aim it at him.
And what are you attempting to replace him with?
Something different, organic. I'm trying to replace him with the material that we usually eat.
NutriPaste. Okay, cool.
Good.
I'm going to say that is going to be brains operate. And Michelle got nothing.
Yeah.
So Michelle basically successfully wings deflated dodgeballs at this thing, but it does absolutely no good
That's
because they're
great.
deflated dodgeballs.
I got 4 successes, and for the computer, got a 6.
Oh, awesome. So friend computer is going to pop up on the screen. There's weird lines like interference, and its voice sounds very tinny, and there's some static. I'm trying on a new look. Do you like it?
It's wonderful.
We love it, friend computer.
Excellent.
It's perfect.
Thank you. It seems like you're looking to create some NutriPaste, correct?
Correct.
Here, let me help you with that. And yes, in fact, friend computer does turn the lawn, what was the carpet that is now pasticrete, and the mutant and the mutant structure that the mutant came out of into NutriPaste. So there is a giant steaming puddle of NutriPaste where the structure was. The female and small mutant from the inside, or we don't know they're mutants, they might just be commies, are now flopping around, attempting to swim in the very thick NutriPaste. What do you do?
They're probably treasonous commies or mutants. Look at that one that was associating with them. Just leave them.
Yes.
They'll be fine. I'm gonna go and scoop a handful and eat it.
Excellent.
Can our hygiene officer help with the mess?
Yeah,
Like, any
you
directions
should.
Of what we should do?
I will. You are correct. I will go ahead and just start wiping everybody down with my definitely clean hands to make
Okay.
sure you're nice and clean.
Yes, you have just taken a scoop with your hand.
I didn't listen. Yeah, no, one of these hands is probably cleaner than the other. I'll use that one first to wipe off the NutriPaste off of one person, and I'll move to the next.
Sure.
Yes.
Yes. Well, so basically you're giving it a good old try, but you're mostly just wiping NutriPaste all over everyone. Well,
Yes.
the good news is that the smell of NutriPaste has attracted a pack of mutants. These are relatively small. They are quadrupedal. They are covered in hair. They make strange yapping and arfing noises. Clearly some sort of chaotic language. Definitely traitorous. And
These seem negative for morale. No way these could ever boost morale, ever.
well, you say that, but you are all immediately swarmed by these creatures. You are knocked down by them, and they begin licking you all over.
Oh, it tickles. I don't think I like this, but I kind of like it.
Wait, is this a morale booster? Could I
Wow.
have been wrong?
Oh, wow. I'm going to say that everyone can give me a brains psychology.
Bum, bum, bum. Hey, I got a 1 or a 6. I got 1 6.
One success. Okay.
That was mine though.
I have 1 success, and friend computer got a 5.
I have a 6, and friend computer has a 6.
Excellent.
Ooh.
And Steve is just buried under a
Puppies.
pile of mutants. So, Michelle, I'm going to say you feel your morale rising.
Yay.
And you probably interpret that as this must be friend computer's will, because nothing traitorous could raise your morale. Lulu and Blythe feel your morale also rising, but in the general fracas, the big CRT monitor with attached keyboard that Steve has been very secretly carrying around has gotten knocked over in your general direction, and you can hear friend computer say, "Take 1,000 treason points for both of you." Because it's helping you keep track of your treason. Unfortunately, it wasn't able to communicate that to Michelle.
Quite.
But your morale has improved.
Good work, Michelle.
So,
I try so hard.
after the mutants are done licking you, they begin to lap up the NutriPaste puddle that is now where the structure used to stand. What do you do?
Oh, look, we're all clean now.
Sort of.
I
We
mean,
should dog it.
You're sticky and you're now covered in hair from the mutants. That's fine.
that's fine. We'll be fine.
What do you do?
I'm so lost right now, but as team leader, I must know the direction of this crystal. It must just be intuitive, so we will go to the left.
You will go to the left. Well, that appears to have been the right choice, because in front of you, you see a very, very large structure. In some ways, it is reminiscent of structures in the Alpha Complex. You can also deduce that it is an important structure because it is surrounded by a vast field of plasticrete, and there are many individual conveyances that are parked in rows. It's still hard to look at because all the different conveyances are different. They're different sizes, they're different shapes. They clearly were not made to any kind of standard, and they're different colors. But beyond that, kind of in the center of this massive field of plasticrete and personal conveyances, you see a multi-story glass and concrete structure. There's a giant sign on it, which of course you cannot read because it is not in Alpha Complex lingo. But you can see individuals pulling their personal conveyances up into individual demarcated slots in this field and then getting out. You can also see individuals coming from the inside carrying bags, taking them, loading them into the rear compartment of their personal conveyance.
Well, let's head into this other Alpha Complex.
Right. Okay.
I fear our morale may fall from the amount of treason that they carry from within these stores
Yes.
or these buildings, these storehouses.
Michelle, however, has not lost all of the little. There's a couple of the smaller quadrupedal mutants that are following Michelle and continuing to lick Michelle. Particularly the area where the rats had gnawed away at one of your legs. They seem to find you delicious, or perhaps they realize that sometimes the morale officer is most in need of morale. So what do you do?
Michelle, you've got the mutants with you still. What's that about?
They seem to, boost our morale, and that's my job.
Friend Computer doesn't like them. Maybe you missed that memo, but they're mutants. You shouldn't associate.
Friend Computer has not told me this.
Are you suggesting that Friend Computer didn't tell me to tell you this?
Oh, you did not say that. I misunderstood.
100 treason points for misunderstanding. So, what do you do?
I asked Michelle to get rid of her mutant friends.
They seem to like that paste. Do any of y'all have any more of that paste? Do you have any, survival supplies with us? Seem to have lost mine in the decant.
I do have a cattle prod.
Prod away.
Would you like to borrow the...
If you can teach me to use it.
Of course I can teach you to use it. I know exactly how to use this cattle prod.
Excellent.
Aim this way and press these buttons.
All
and
right.
Michelle shocks herself.
Yes, Lulu, I would like Lulu to give me a... let's see. What would that be? I have to scroll over and see. I think Lulu needs to make a mechanics operate to understand and convey how to operate it.
Seems great.
I got a 2 and Friend Computer got a 1.
All right. Well, that's 50% fail and no successes. Cool. Well, you should have been rolling 4 dice, right?
-3 operate and a 0 mechanics.
Yeah, so that's a -3, which gives you 3 dice. Plus 1 for Friend Computer. So roll some more.
We'll roll again.
Okay.
Not yet.
Well, this time is better.
I got 2 successes and Friend Computer got a 5.
Excellent. Did you get any 1s?
No.
All right. So yes, you are able to figure out how to use the compliance buddy cattle prod now and convey that to Michelle. Now let's see if Michelle's partially melting brain. Your synapses have been replaced by candy floss or something. Let's see if Michelle is able to actually take action. That is going to be a violence operate for you.
One success for me and a 6 from Computer Friend.
Oh, excellent. So you are able to activate the device and around the CRT that Steve is carrying flickers into life and says, unauthorized access of team leader equipment detected, deploying countermeasures. And the compliance buddy kettle prod sets off its defensive measures. A massive jolt of electricity crackles through Michelle. And Michelle is caramelized.
Excellent.
And gradually melts into kind of like a statue of caramel, and then gradually, slowly sinks into the plasticrete, where the good news is that the mutants that we're following are now very, very distracted as they begin to like chew off pieces of this caramel.
I retrieve my cal prod and go, Good work, Michelle.
Yes. Excellent. Your morale is lifted. You hear a thudding and then a scraping of metal as one of these, clearly some sort of strange airlock into the decampment chambers beneath the abandoned zone, as Michelle climbs out. Michelle, you were now at 8.
Mhm.
Let's see. I'm going to have to change. I'll message you a thing.
That's a fun noise.
Okay. So something maybe happened. All right. But Michelle seems completely normal and fine. So what do? You are attracting quite a lot of interest, particularly from the individuals that are exiting this large structure. Some of them are just kind of curious about you until the big blast of electricity that caramelized the previous clone of Michelle. There's some screaming. Some of them are pulling out some sort of, you assume, technological device, clearly not approved, and you can see some flashes coming from those. You don't know if they're some sort of weapon. You just find them mostly annoying, not damaging. They are talking. A few have turned around and are like holding this device up at kind of towards them with you behind them, saying some things. You can see little images on these devices.
So there's so many traitors about. We should get into this alpha complex quickly to find the crystal.
Yes.
All right.
So you make your way.
That is clear.
You make your way towards the a very kind of fuzzy friend computer will pop onto the screen and tell Lulu 500 treason points for calling this alpha complex. There is only one alpha complex. So, what do? Make your way inside?
Yeah, we go inside.
Well, the access point is somewhat unfamiliar. It is, it looks very much like the paddle, the rotating paddles that stir the nutrient paste. Only they appear to be made out of some sort of transparent material. And you can see individuals stepping in and timing it just right so that they are shunted by the paddles into or out of the large complex.
It's a mutant stir.
Kind of. What do?
We must brave this mutant stirrer and get in.
All right. Cool. So, who's going first?
I believe I can risk myself. I've seemed to be doing that a lot today.
All right. So,
Thank you for volunteering, Michelle. Go ahead.
So Michelle, this is going to be a brains athletics.
Oh, I actually have some of that.
Yeah. This is a great roll for you. This is a 7 dice.
What is that? That's all my dice, I guess. Well, that one again is capped. All right. I got 1 6. That's it.
But it's more than enough. You step in and the mutant stirs you. And you find yourself on the interior of the structure. I'll describe it in a moment. Who's
And
next?
I feel stirred on the inside as well.
Yes, you are stirred by the experience. As only a mutant would be. So, who's next?
I will go next. As the team leader, I will follow Michelle in. And then Blythe, and then Steve, you take up the rear.
All right.
Understood.
So,
Taking up the rear.
go ahead and give me a brains athletics.
Friend computer got a 6. I just got a 3.
Okay. So a success. Cool. So as Lulu makes her way through, it's not quite as skillful as Michelle. And as soon as Lulu is out of earshot, friend computer pops up on the portable device and asks for a status update.
We're infiltrating a structure full of traitors who try to find the purple crystal. Violet crystal.
Excellent. Well done, Blythe. Where is your leader?
On the other side of the mutant stir thing that we have to go through to get into the structure.
Pass through a mutant device.
Yes.
Well, it is clear that at least one member of your team is a mutant. Your ability to survive this long in the abandoned zone indicates that you are receiving assistance from mutants or commies or traitors or all three.
It seems likely. There were just some mutants earlier that were chased off.
As the individual on your team with the highest clearance, I am providing you with an extra special chance to serve me well, and that is to identify which member of your party is a mutant commie traitor.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Very well. Well done. Bring me the crystal.
Yes.
Wait, did I just hear that? Because she was.
Yeah.
It is in your secret portable device, yes.
Yes.
So I know that she has a higher thing than she's listed.
Yes.
Okay.
I think you all knew when Blythe was promoted to yellow and Lulu was promoted to orange. But maybe you forgot. It's fine.
They didn't know.
I mean, you all have treason points because your jumpsuits don't match. You're all. I mean,
That seems likely.
True.
Blythe is still in. I think I already imposed that. Blythe is still in an orange jumpsuit. Everyone else is still in red. But yeah, it's fine. It was only a few treason points. So, but yes, you are aware that Blythe has the highest security clearance.
I mean, they're mostly brown now. Not sure.
Yeah, it's true. It's mostly gross. And the remains of Michelle's previous clone is still being fought over by a growing pack of mutants. Like you can see one of them like dragging a caramelized arm off like underneath the car so it can chew on it. It's quite disgusting. So, Blythe and Steve, what do you do?
I'll nod at Steve and say, all right, I'll go through next.
All right, make the roll.
Harm.
What was that for again?
It is going to be brains athletics.
Athletic.
So friend computer got a 5, but I got a 1 and a 2. And it's a negative for me.
Oh, so that subtracts from it.
Yeah.
Okay. You are having a hard time. So Steve has brought the portable device nearby. So as you're having a hard time, like you step forward and then it sweeps, and then you think you got it timed out just right, and then a crush of mutant commie traitors will come out the other side. So friend computer is going to help. Friend computer helps by extruding one of these tubules and plugging it into some sort of socket. And the mutant star begins to move at unusual speed. In fact, some of the mutant commie traitors that were making their way out of the structure are spun around on the inside a couple of times and then forcefully ejected past you. What do you do?
I gotta go in, I think.
Yes.
You just have to time it better. And that's fine.
Give me a chutzpah athletics.
So I got 2 successes. Friend computer got a 1.
Okay. Well, the good news is you are only hurt. as you jump in, but the doors don't slam closed on your lower half and slice you into pieces or anything like that. You're just tumbled around on the inside and eventually ejected into the interior of the structure. Steve, I will let you make a mechanics operate if you would like instead.
Okay. I will do that. So I got 2 6s and a 1,
Go.
and computer got a 6.
Excellent. So your communication device flashes up display and shows you little animated people in green moving back and forth, and you realize that there are additional portals in the solid glass, or the kind of glass and metal structure, and you receive simple instructions about how to use the bar to actually lever one of these things open. So as a injured Blythe tumbles into the interior, Steve just grabs a handle, opens it up, and steps inside, unharmed. You are now in a cavernous structure. It is somewhat more comfortable because you can see the ceiling, although it is quite high above you. And you can see there are hundreds, maybe more, mutants and or commies and or traitors who seem to be, mostly those far away seem to be just strolling around. The walls of the structure, and it is multi-story, each of them has big garish signs in light, pictures of people and pictures of clothing in unapproved patterns and colors. You can see various different places where food of inappropriate color and design is being dispensed.
One thing's for sure, they're all traders.
Yes. And you can see a conveyance of some sort, very small, making a whirring sound. In it are 2 individuals. They are dressed in blue. One of them appears to have some sort of communication device that it is speaking into.
They have a higher clearance than us. Maybe they know where the violet crystal is.
It's possible.
They might indeed.
Yes. This small vehicle screeches to a stop near you. It kind of turns sideways. The 2 individuals crouch down behind it. One of them pulls out a weapon and points it at you.
Sirs, you seem to have a higher clearance than us. Have you seen the violet crystal?
All right. I would like you to make a chutzpah charm.
Positive dice.
Positive dice, eh?
I mean, it's a 1 and a 0. So yeah, you get to roll 2 dice.
Oh, 1 and a 2, chutzpah.
I thought you're... Oh, yeah, you're right. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong column. Yes, so that's 4 dice.
I got 1 success, and friend computer got a 6.
Awesome. How can friend computer help? You are attempting to... So your success is that the individuals seem to be somewhat confused, and whatever weapon was pointed at you is pulled down, and you can hear them conversing behind. Friend computer, increasingly staticky, will pop up on the portable screen and will say, these mutant commie traitors have co-opted blue security clearance. They must be destroyed.
Steve, we must, friend computer says that they have cheated their way into the blue shirts. Do something to them.
Okay.
You should light a fire under their butts.
I shoot at the chandelier over top of them with the replacer beam.
Turning it into what?
into rocks.
Sure.
Yes.
Go ahead and make a mechanics operate and take 200 treason points for knowing what a chandelier is.
Michelle looks for propaganda and notices smiley faces.
Sorry, I got confused when you said my treason points. What do I need to use again?
You are
Mechanics.
doing mechanics operate.
Friend computer is also here. Smile. We are watched.
I got 4 6s, so Frank Computer got a 1.
Oh, well, excellent. That's 4 6. That's fantastic. So you change the chandelier, and a healthy section of the kind of glass and steel girder ceiling of this structure into jagged rocks. So I would like everyone to give me a chutzpah athletics, please.
Yes, get down. Get down. Look at it all those. Ooh, I don't have enough dice. Gotta grab more dice.
I got 1 success.
Okay.
I also got 1 success.
Excellent. Did either of you get a majority of or a lot of ones?
No.
Good.
Mine was 50-50, but it's a positive
Okay.
number.
Okay. Perfect.
I rolled a 4 and Frank Computer got a 6.
All right. And Michelle.
1, 2, 3. I got 3 successes. And that's it.
All right. So, if you got 2 or more successes, you are able to roll out of the way. If you got fewer than 2 successes, you are crushed. However, the good news, Steve, is the friend computer is helping you. And it is helping you by popping little legs out of the communication device and running out of the way so it's not crushed. So who was crushed? Okay, so everyone but Michelle was crushed. Does that bring anyone to higher than 6? No, it does not.
I was
Cool.
looking at the smiley face. I kind of walked away from
Yeah,
the
you
group.
walked away. So there's just this crash and spot. The good news is that the individuals who were impersonating blue clearance clones are likewise destroyed. And a significant portion of the floor of this structure has collapsed. There apparently are levels below. There is a lot of screaming coming from the mutant commie traders that litter this area.
We all know where a purple gem is.
Right. So Michelle looks around and yes, there appear to be some sort of nozzles in the ceiling or kind of on the walls, periodically placed. One of those pops open and begins to extrude kind of pinkish sludge that slowly forms itself into replacement clones of Steve, Lulu, and Blythe.
Before they can, I shoot some caramel blasts beneath me to the floors below.
Ah, yes, while they're reconstituting. Go
Yes.
ahead and give me a violence guns, maybe?
Ooh, yay. Okay. Get down. All right, 6, 7.
I was being attacked by a mutant.
Very true. I got 1 success.
All right. So you see a cluster of these mutant commie traders that were not crushed when the floor collapsed on them, and you spray them with scalding hot caramel.
Ooh.
So they are frozen in place. The rest of you are reconstituted, and you can see Michelle standing looking over the edge. And you hear the screams from below as some of these mutant commie traders are clearly entrapped in some sort of brown, sweet-smelling substance.
Michelle, did you take care of that while we were reconstituting?
The floor was really weak, and something fell on them.
Wow. I'm glad you were here to witness the death of all those mutant commie traders.
Mm-hmm.
They screamed really loud.
We need to find the crystal. We need to split up and look for crystals around here. Look for something we can't see. Obviously, we'll find it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I haven't seen my mom in years. Maybe that's it? Is my mom the crystal?
Was your mom named Crystal?
Moms?
What is a mom?
It's the thing I call the pillow I cuddle with at night. What do you call it?
The portable communication device that had kind of toddled out on little tubes for legs will toddle over toward Michelle, and then a little port on its top will open, and a laser beam will pop out and cut her in half. Please increase your clone count to 9. Having family and memories is high treason and results in summary execution. And also another secret message.
It's not time.
Okay, there we go. All right. A different nozzle on the wall will pop open, and there is water that sprays out of it across the slick floor, and then starts to run down into the hole below. And then a little, some almost like pill-shaped pink thing will pop out, and then we'll start to suck up the water around it. You know, like the little dinosaur spongy things. It just absorbs the water around it and gradually reconstitutes itself back into Michelle.
All we can do is hope that we grow.
Yes.
Sure is.
So what do you do?
We need to find the crystal. Let's look around this place. Watch the hole in the floor, though.
All right.
Watching.
So you make your way around the hole. Are you all splitting up?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, it's the fastest way.
Yeah.
I think I would like you all to tell me how you are looking.
Well, we're splitting up and
Yes.
trying to get as much ground as possible.
Yes.
I'm looking for anything shaped like crystals that might point me in the right direction of a area that might have the crystal.
All right.
I'm looking for lights.
All right.
Flashing lights.
Well, I mean, I know what you're doing. So Lulu is going to make a brain science roll. How is Steve looking?
I'm going to look around to see if I see any distortions that something should be there, but I don't see anything.
All right. Steve is going to make a brain psychology roll.
No successes, but friend computer got a 6.
Okay, interesting. I know what Michelle is doing. For Michelle, I would like you to make a... I'd like you to make a brain stealth roll, please.
Okay.
Sorry. No, I'm right. Brain stealth. And how is Blythe looking?
I would also be looking to see if there's other areas where there's other crystals to see if then are hidden crystals there.
Ah, cool. I'm gonna say that is, I think also brain science.
I got 2 successes and brain computer got a 4.
Okay. No help from friend computer on that, Michelle, but 2 successes. Did you get any ones? Because your total is a negative, I think, on that one.
No ones.
Oh, excellent. So the Michelles are searching, but no one realizes that there are Michelles at this point.
I got there's none success here.
None success. Cool. All right. So, Lulu, friend computer helped you. How is friend computer going to help you? You all wander off in separate directions. Steve, friend computer, through static, and you hear a voice that's garbled and it's hard to tell, but instead of the usual kind of happy face icon, you see basically a map of this structure, and there's lots of lines of static, but you can see a map, and you can see a representation on that map of little dots. One of those dots is near you. One of those dots is over where you can see Lulu kind of wandering around without much assistance. You probably have wandered into a store that sells jumpsuits, only they're jumpsuits of multiple colors, and some of them are separate pieces, and some of them don't have legs. Some of them seem to be very fluffy and woven out of unapproved material. There are a number of female mutant commie traders in there who kind of look at you walk in and look up and down at your jumpsuit in judgment. They seem ignorant or unconcerned about the fact that the front of this building has largely collapsed. And you can see there are some area where there are a number of green dots. First there's one, then there's two, then there's three, then there's four. They keep spreading out. So that might be something else that you don't know. But at least two of those dots are you and your friends. So I'm going to say Steve goes over and being a good Alpha Complex agent and reports to Lulu. And together you realize that this is a map of the location, and there in fact is a glowing kind of crystal-shaped object on the map. As how friend computer is helping you, is by directing Steve to you. You are able to follow those instructions. For now, Michelle has, I'm just going to say the Michelles are grabbing everything that is remotely crystal-like. Some of them wind up in a tussle with individuals because some of the crystal-like things are embedded into the mutant commie trader's ears. Some of them are in glass counters in one of these large multi-story compartments. They smash the glass. Some of them are killed by mutant commie traders who electrocute them or shoot them or tackle them to the ground and beat them until they return to kind of pinkish sludge. But there are enough Michelles that they are able to gather a wide variety of crystal-like objects. Blythe just kind of wanders around until Blythe finds a store that is largely devoted to small objects in glass cases. And many of those objects have crystals of a variety of color embedded in them. You are just starting to kind of suss out and see which ones might fit the bill when Lulu and Steve arrive behind you, following some sort of instruction on the very, very hazy, glitchy screen of the communicator.
Blythe, you located the store already. Very good work.
Oh, yeah, I was looking for all the crystals in here.
100 treason points to Lulu for knowing what a store is. Also, knowing what a store is makes you a capitalist.
The worst treason of all.
Well, the capitalists are a secret society. So whether you know it or not, you have now joined the capitalist secret society because you know what a store is.
No.
Yes. Please add that on your character sheet. Secret Society, capitalist. Cool. So what do you do?
Blythe, do you know where this crystal is? You seem to have gotten here faster than the two of us.
No, I was looking to see if any of the ones I could see worked, but I guess if we can't see it, that's not really going to pan out. So I guess we just are there any of these mutant commie traders in this place?
Yes, there's one.
Yes.
Male.
Okay.
Can I help you?
Yes. Have you seen a violet crystal?
Are you two? Is this an engagement situation?
Yes.
Oh, well, you've come to the right place. Oh, looking for something in the purple. So, I mean, like maybe an amethyst or...
The most violet.
Oh, well, I have a selection over here. I mean, technically it's in the birthstone section, but, non-traditional ceremony, so you can have whatever you would like. Yes, so he will call you over and pull out from behind the counter a tray of small metal loops. Each one has some sort of crystalline structure affixed on the center. And they range in color. Some of them there's like red, and there's green, and there's blue, and there's yellow, and there's brown. And there are a couple that are violet.
But we can see them.
Yes.
Do you have any that we can't see that you're not able to show us?
Well, I mean, we have some that are on reserve that that people have paid the deposit for.
Could we also look at those?
Go ahead and give me a chutzpah charm.
One. Doesn't best for us, but sure. Sorry. Bad joke. I didn't like it.
This is no successes.
Same situation.
All right.
We are not convincing.
No successes. The mutant commie trader will just say, no.
I pull out the cattle prod.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a violence intimidate.
That sounds fun.
I got no successes, but friend computer got a 6.
That counts as a success. Excellent. Yes. Friend computer in the midst of like coming, kind of phasing in and out, will realize what you're trying to do, and will attempt to assist you. So it extrudes one of these snaky cable tendrils out and plugs into the back of the cattle prod, as instead of a gentle jolt to encourage compliance, because this is just a compliance buddy model, right? Instead, it is a massive beam of electrostatic energy that cooks the friendly mutant commie trader, and also blasts a hole into the back of this building, into the back of this enclosure, and actually through the external shell of the building. You can see
all the purple ones we can see before heading through the hole.
Yes, and the good news is there was a chamber behind that had a lot of other items in it, so you can very easily either do it yourself or instruct Steve or whatever to grab all things that look purple.
I do instruct Steve to put the purple things in the bear.
Wait, so those were purple things you couldn't see? Did we?
Who knows?
We win?
Who knows?
All purple things you can and cannot see should go into the bear.
Yes.
That are in this room.
Yes.
So Steve pulls out the containment vessel, and unzips it, and it goes hee 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 hee. and you start stuffing every piece of metal that has purple on it in. Excellent. And then zip it up, and it goes. Now what do you do? Yes.
I'm sorry, we're just appreciating Steve's bear, is all.
Yes.
This is very good.
So what do you do?
We make our way back to Alpha Complex.
Yes. You see Michelle.
Michelle,
Wandering
we've
around.
got it. I hope.
And then you see Michelle downstairs. And then see Michelle going up what appears to be some sort of conveyance that is used to mechanically move people from one floor to another.
Is Michelle a mutant?
Michelle looks to be like a mutant, no, Michelle is a mutant.
Wait, I see another Michelle over there.
They're all mutants. Kill all Michelles.
Definitely half the Michelles have left the building.
Oh, for sure. I've just wandered off. Yes. So, what do you do?
I turn the cattle prod on any Michelles that I see.
Okay. I won't even make you roll for that because it's a target-rich environment. So as you leave the structure, you zap any Michelle that you can see.
This is gonna. Hey, yeah, how's it going?
Yes. So.
Oh, this is a real morale booster, actually. She's doing her job.
Yeah, it's like, this is fun. This is enjoyable. They always have the same surprised look on their face when you zap them to death. The problem is that when each of them dies, so I need you to increase your clone count, Kelly, to 717.
Oh no!
I'm not going to message you what all their mutant powers are. They all, however, belong to now the same secret society.
No.
And the downside is that when you vaporize or otherwise shock one of them to death, a spigot will open and a very similar kind of plop will happen, and a new Kelly is replaced. Or sorry, a new Michelle pops out. You are soon to be ankle deep in Michelle's.
We need to run back to Alpha Complex now. Forget Michelle.
All right. Also, friend computer, I'd like to report a mutant traitor commie.
Please
It's
report.
like that scene in Harry Potter, and all the things are multiplying at the end.
Thank you, Blythe. What sort of mutation, or communism, or traitorous action would you like to report?
I would like to report Michelle being a cloning mutant. There are too many Michelles.
Oh dear.
I think Michelle is in a secret society of Michelles.
That is entirely possible. You need to isolate one and bring it back so it can be questioned.
Understood.
Also,
We gotta capture-
failure to return with your full complement of officers is treason.
Understood.
We shall find one Michelle.
We have to capture a Michelle.
Easy. She's always happy to come with us.
I'll locate the nearest Michelle and grapple her.
Okay.
Hey, y'all, have you tried this lemon wedge?
Yes.
Wait. Why are we leaving the rest? Don't they have the...
Is Michelle resisting?
I'm just confused about why we aren't getting the rest of me. Like, shouldn't we all go? Just
No.
What?
More than one Michelle is treason.
But I thought I was helping. Didn't we need the stone?
More than one Michelle is treason. All the rest of them can not exist.
Okay, but are we done? Where's the crystal? I was getting the crystal. Oh,
We got no. You didn't. You weren't in. We probably have the crystal. We grabbed a lot of purple and violet crystals.
We have it. Time to go, Michelle.
Yeah. What if we...
Ew, are you refusing to follow your leader's instructions about leaving this square place?
Let's go.
All right. I think just through just providing orders and just overcoming the general confusion, you are able to convince at least one of the Michelles to return. So, what do you do now? Because you were in the midst of the abandoned sector.
We retrace our steps.
All right, you do. So there are some flying conveyances that are approaching. They make a thuck, 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 thuck sound that's very, very loud. They are kind of a darkish green in color. They have some individuals in beige laying out that appear to be occupying it. They appear to have doors on the sides. They are coming in as you are exiting the parking lot, as you're exiting the large area with the personal conveyances and individual demarcated areas. They don't quite come to the ground, but they do turn sideways to you, and there appears to be some sort of large weapon that these individuals in beige are operating, and they begin to open fire on you. What do you do?
Cattle prod. And you better change them into something else, Steve.
Sounds good.
That is probably a good idea. So, you have a chance. So, Steve, you're going to aim your replace-o beam at one of them?
Sure.
What are you attempting to replace it with?
Yogurt.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep.
Can we have a flavor this time? Can you specify?
Mango.
Okay.
Mechanics operate from Steve. Lulu is going to attempt to, hoping that the compliance medical prod is still supercharged, is going to address the other one. Go ahead and give me a violence guns. Lulu? That's going to be 3 dice and it's a negative.
Uh-oh.
I rolled 3 dice, you say?
Yeah.
3 ones, but friend computer got a 5.
Okay. So you failed to incinerate one of the flying conveyances. However, I'll tell you in a second. What did Steve get?
I got 3 successes, and for a computer got a 4.
Excellent. The good news is you don't have to worry about the second of the flying conveyances or any of the individuals in, as they clearly can tell that Steve is aiming some sort of device at them, and they attempt to, they actually gain altitude, but they do not move quickly enough to avoid the expertly aimed replace-o beam ray that turns the entire attack helicopter into lovely mango. And this is like the fruit on the bottom kind. So it's this kind of white gloopy substance and then these big chunks of mango that then fall onto the other flying conveyance and smash it into the ground. There's a lovely mango scented explosion. You are covered in splash of mango yogurt. You were attempting to aim and just like took cover as this was happening and point the cattle prod behind you. There is a massive explosion and you turn around. There is a mini mushroom cloud as the large structure has been reduced to sizzling rubble and atoms. The camera pulls back and sees as the 4 of you, within the background, a number of Michelles, some of which are on fire, some of which are just wandering around dazed, some of which are going into individual personal conveyances and figuring out how to drive them. But the 4 of you are walking away from this explosion in the background. And you find your way back to your original, or some conveyance that you're able to negotiate and make your way back after many, many hours. Likely also some run-ins with mutant commie traders. But you're able to make your way back to what is now a solid plascrete wall. What do you do?
We know what to do, Steve. Make the Jello, but make sure you specify the flavor this time.
Okay, I turn this into lime jello.
Excellent. 300 treason points for choosing something that isn't red.
Can this Michelle just walk through the Jello from some sort of mutation they have obtained since Swan is 717?
Who's to say
No, I think
Raw Jello isn't
Michelle
dead?
just starts splitting
Oh, okay. I can
one in
still
front of the
split?
other. Yeah,
Cool.
until one of them pops out, the other ones
Yes.
suffocate in Jello.
Who's to
Yes.
say that Lom isn't red?
Are you questioning friend computer? By the way, friend computer is much clearer now.
And it's
So-
not red-green colorblind, evidently.
Yes, so 100 more treason points for questioning friend computer. That is going to be a brains operate.
So I have 2 successes, 2 ones, and computer has a 30.
Okay, well that's fine. That's two successes, and you didn't get a majority of ones. So yes, you turn it into lime yellow. Are you repeating the procedure?
Of course.
I mean, we don't have the cleaning stuff, so
Okay,
You don't have this spray anymore?
no.
This time we
it-
will proceed faster through it after we eat a hole, though.
I mean,
Yes.
you have a wall of Michelle's lining. That's like a pillar.
It's true. You can kind of pull out the now suffocated Michelle corpses, which I'm going to say creates enough of an opening that you only have to spend 30 minutes eating your way through.
that's
Around
nice.
eating Jello around the corpses.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
This is not sanitary. You do need to leave at least 6 inches between you and the corpse when eating the Jello.
Okay, good
It's
to know.
true.
I thought
So-
it was 6 feet.
But
No, 6 inches is sufficient for dead people.
yes, you would expect that the mutant commie traders would have found you by now, but they appear to be occupied. There is you can see some very, very fast airborne conveyances zipping overhead, leaving contrails. You can hear in the distance explosions and what sounds to be gunfire. You can even see some sort of very, very large Michelle who has climbed up some sort of large structure and is
It's actually, the structure is a bunch of Michelle's.
there's a tower of Michelle corpses that one of them has climbed up the top of, and these flying conveyances are going around in circles, and they appear to be firing at the giant Michelle. But the giant Michelle is grabbing them and throwing them. So the mutant commie traders appear to be distracted by the plague of Michelles that have descended upon their civilization. So you are relatively unmolested as you eat your way through the lime jello wall and find yourselves once again, thankfully, back in the Alpha Complex where everything is orderly. What do?
We make our way down the orange line and look for we ask friend computer to report back.
Well done. I will direct you to the delivery location, and then we will debrief. So you follow the orange line for hours through wonderfully peaceful, indistinguishable chambers and tunnels and walkways. And you find yourself in a room that has packages, like boxes that are open, and they are color coded, and they have like tissue paper of the right kind of color, and there's even little tape dispensers that all have the right kind of color, or that are all color coded. And the very familiar and reassuring monitor will lower down from the ceiling and say, "All right, pack up the delivery."
Well, we will put it in a box with violet paper and tape it up.
Yes. What do you put in?
The bear.
The entire bear? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That works. So the box is a little small, so you kind of have to squish it and scrunch it, and it makes
We'll just
noises.
use extra tape to make sure
Yes.
it's really secure.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. You squeeze it. Its little paw is trying to stick out, and you have to kind of mush it in. It's just hee, giggling the entire time. But the giggling is muffled as you eventually stuff in enough paper and then just wrap the whole thing around purple. Please place the delivery in the chute.
I do it.
Excellent. Now, let's monitor the success of your mission. This is, by the way, a great privilege that I am bestowing upon you. I am, for the next 5 seconds, giving you all violet clearance.
Ooh.
So a screen on the wall opens up, and you can see what looks to be a shockingly similar interior. It reminds you of some of the treasonous interiors that you saw when you were in the abandoned zone. But at least everything here is color coordinated. Violet carpet, violet furnishings, violet walls, slightly different shades, but all compliant. There's a man in a violet jumpsuit and a woman in a violet jumpsuit, and the woman in a violet jumpsuit is looking a little bit like she needs a morale officer. And there's a ding! And the man excitedly goes up and opens up a slot on the wall and pulls out the purple package that you just wrapped, and he holds it up to his ears, and he hears the little muffled hee 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 coming from inside. Honey, it's for you. And she, just looking wistfully, she turns around, for me? So she goes and she grabs it and just rips into it, sees the little containment device, unzips it, and just out comes spilling all the various different things that you had collected. All for me. And she puts the earrings on and like bracelets and necklace and all the little rings. And she's like, oh, sweetie, best anniversary ever. And then the screen goes to black. Violet clearance rescinded. Well, excellent work, agents. Please report. I see that you have all racked up really impressive treason scores.
Well,
Yeah, impressive.
Yeah.
So, to avoid permanent dissolution, please report.
Define permanent dissolution.
That sounds like she's asking for the rules again.
Yeah, take 100
Yeah,
additional
Michelle-
treason points for asking for definition of dissolution.
Michelle is definitely a mutant commie traitor, as there are.
No, there's not
So many
one
Michelle.
Michelle in here anymore. There are the room is filled with Michelles. Like
Oh,
as soon as
God.
Michelle heard the computer be like, Michelle's like, okay.
Oh, so Michelle openly begins splitting?
Yeah.
All right. So laser beams pop out of the ceiling and begin disintegrating the Michelles. We'll say that one of them escapes to be tracked down by a blue security team. Well, that simplifies your report out. Now there are only 3. Which of you were loyal, productive agents, and which of you are mutant commie traitors?
All of us are loyal that are left. Michelle was the only mutant commie traitor among us.
That is correct.
That sounds like you're standing up for your friends.
No, just reporting the facts.
All the dead bodies of Michelle's are pointing to Blith.
Yes.
Like every single dead hand.
Yes. All right. So because Lulu is lying, I would like you to give me a chutzpah bluff, please.
I got 2 successes and friend computer was a 5.
All right. Friend computer is going to help you. Perfect. So friend computer is going to a little dart, a little port on one of the walls will open up, and a dart will fly out and hit Lulu in the neck. You are injected with truth serum. It seems like you're having a hard time making an accurate report. Here, let me help you.
I report that Blythe might be a mutant.
All right. Blythe, are you a mutant?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Steve, I gave you a very special mission at the outset. Did you reveal that mission to anyone?
Not.
Excellent. Please report. Who is a mutant commie traitor?
Michelle, Blythe, and Lulu are all mutant commie trainers.
Well done. Laser beams come out and disintegrate Lulu and Blythe. And just for the fun of it, they disintegrate like a chunk of another Michelle. Well done, Steve. Please remove 15 traitor points, treason points, for providing an accurate report.
15.
All right, Steve. I think we can call this mission a success. Please step into the pod. A pod extrudes itself out of the... Yes. And then Steve is deconstructed. You had 1,400 treason points.
Yeah.
You got a benefit for reporting on your friends. The good news is that all of you find yourselves reconstituted in a very familiar location. You look down at your jumpsuits. They are black. Maybe for a moment you feel like, oh, we need a morale officer because this isn't good. But then a little tray will pop out of the wall and you recognize some Happy Pep pills. And as you're trained to do, you take the Happy Pep pills, and then all the worries and concerns about your misadventures in the abandoned zone fade from your mind as you go back to the blissful life of an infrared in the Alpha Complex.
Just before I remember, I wonder if any of those Michelles got away.
And then bliss overtakes you. So, happy ending. This is what passes for Amazon delivery in the Alpha Complex. So the next time there is a special order, you might be called upon again because you only wreaked massive destruction on the outside world. Well done, everyone. You served friend computer most usefully. You didn't do a very good job of turning on each other.
No, we didn't.
Just saying. Which sealed your fate. If any
We
of
had
you...
a proposal.
If any one of you had been willing to actually turn on the others and provide evidence, one of you would have remained and maybe even been advanced into a higher security clearance. But everyone was way too nice.
Speaking, I did, but you know.
Yeah,
Honestly, I was just so excited that I got Michelle's outside of the facility. Like,
Oh,
yes,
yeah. No,
there's somewhere a Michelle living. In the sewers.
Yeah, the world is for sure ending. FYI. But for now, at least 2 of the violent clearance clones in the Alpha Complex are going to have a lovely day. So well done. Hey, so that is an odd version of Paranoia, but then again, there is no version of Paranoia that isn't odd. It is a game of, except for the fact that there was very little backbiting and betrayal, which I'm personally disappointed with, but it doesn't matter. There was enough death and destruction and despair and silliness to call this a legitimate Paranoia experience. As per usual, let's do the thing where we tell everyone who you are and where they can find you next. I think I went down last time, so let's start with Kelly first.
So I'm Kelly, or My Fair Kelly. I do have a Twitch channel. I don't seem to be using it right now, but eventually, when all the moving stuff gets out of the way, I will be back there. But until then, hopefully you can find me here on C+ content, if my schedule will allow me to be here for Spectrum Squad and Star Trek Pioneer. Those are both coming up next month, and eventually maybe Stargate again, or not again, Stargate, or I think Princess Bride.
Yep.
I mentioned that one. I'm really excited for that one. So yeah, hopefully you'll see me on C+ content, and maybe my channel will come back someday. And back to Govan.
Okay, I'm Govan, or Govan88 on Twitch and Twitter and all the other things. I am starting to try to stream at least once a week, but we shall see how that goes. Right now, work's got kind of crazy. But yeah, and since we didn't really go over it, I did gain a mutation and I was able to breathe in any kind of liquid. So when we went through the jello the first time, I didn't suffocate because I was able to breathe
Yes.
because I had gills. But yeah, it was a lot of fun today. I've actually never played Paranoia, and so I was completely confused of what we were supposed to be doing.
Yes.
Well, I did. I came to it on purpose that way because I thought we were supposed to work together, and then I realized at the end that it set out people. So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Did any of us play Paranoia before?
We both have,
Yes.
Okay.
but I've only done it like once.
So yeah, and yeah, great times. I should be back pretty soon. Hopefully, we're in the planning process of Suburbiana,
Yes.
it's called. And then also when Spectrum Squad comes back, I will be back for that as well.
Yes.
But yep, switch it over to Misha.
All right, I am Misha less than 3 on Twitch. You can find me on Twitter at Misha Weha. That's Misha with a WEHA at the end. You're actually going to see me here tomorrow running Team Justice Academy tomorrow afternoon. So that will be fun for some mass game. And then I think the next one I have coming up is Star Trek. So
Yes.
that's soonish. And then
I am Vercagel on the platforms of the medias, basically all the places. Who knows where I'll turn up again? Maybe another Paranoia game in the future.
Excellent. Well, you're always welcome. Yeah, I'm Zero or Zero Daylight or Michael or DM or GM or Friend Computer. I run games here a couple times a week. Sometimes get to play them if I can trick people like Misha into running them instead. And then we occasionally play over at My Fair Kelly's, some D&D, West Marsh's style. Every Wednesday I am over at the Duckwork channel playing D&D. And then typically on Sundays, although maybe not this Sunday again, I run games over at the Juices TV program and Licity, I'm a Partner Now channel. Mostly what we do is random, smaller, less well-known games. We do a little bit of D&D, but mostly it's things like various different Powered by the Apocalypse games and the games in the Modifius 2D20 kind of line, or games like Paranoia that have been around for a very long time, but most of the normies out in the world have never heard of it. In general, what we like is silly games and horrific games and games that are story and character based and games that are typically relatively rules light, or games like this one where knowing the rules is in fact treason. So this was silly, and I'm very disappointed at the lack of backbiting and betrayal, but that's fine. If we ever do it again, I just expect you all to bring your A game and start assassinating. I don't think any of you killed the other ones.
We can kill each other?
yeah,
Yeah,
You're supposed
definitely.
to kill each other.
You're supposed
I
to.
didn't
Yeah.
know that. That's why I didn't do it.
Look, in the debrief,
There's a debrief?
yeah, you all got the debrief. That's why you were all disintegrated and reconstituted, because it's much easier to report out if there's no one to contradict your story. The best way to win is to be the only person left standing, and to have removed all evidence of your treason and or your mutated nature or your membership in a secret society.
Because I'm outside of the factory with my clone still having all the powers. I won. Cool.
I mean,
Thanks.
sure. Sort of. I mean, you're busy ending the world, but we'll see. So yes, I think if anyone won, it was probably Michelle, or one or more of the Michelles. But yes, typically
I killed the most people by accident, but I still killed
it's
the most
true.
people.
You did kill a lot of Kellys when you blew up the mall.
Yeah, we did kill a lot of Michelles, I think.
Yeah, it's true. You killed a lot of Michelles.
But
But
they kept being there, so
I
Yes.
mean, I killed everybody when we got mutated and pulled into the gun with the ice cream machine, and then when I had the chandelier, I killed almost everyone.
yes, but that was accidental. You didn't betray anyone. So that's
got to
fine.
run
Or
over
was it?
Well,
best
yes,
part.
that's true. That's true.
oh, I guess I did. My mutant power was super stretchy powers, but I didn't use them because I kept being around people.
I know the only person that used their changing mutant powers was Michelle. Very, very sad. Sad, sad day. But anyway, it was your first time as clones and possibly last time. The good news is you went through all that for an anniversary present for some Violet clearance clones.
I'm not gonna lie, Michael, that bit fucked with me so much. Like that scene made everything we just did. My blood boiled. My blood
made
literally boiled.
everything that you went through completely pointless.
Yes.
As it should be.
I thought we were like maybe taking down like some sort of like tower that was interfering with friend computer to get access out here, but no.
Shopping trip for some violets that couldn't be bothered to go out on their own.
Yeah.
Because leaving is treason. But sending other clones to commit treason on your behalf to recover some trinkets, totally fine.
Yeah. You got me.
Excellent. Well, that was the intent. It's a garbage world. And you would have done better if you had betrayed each other. Oh well. Lessons learned. Cool. So that is the weirdness that is this game. However, I don't want to set the expectation. If you are interested in Paranoia, go check it out. There's been a whole bunch of different systems or different versions of it released. This was a weird mashup of a couple of them. It doesn't really matter. If you want to run it, just grab some of the materials and make up any rules that you want to, because no one can challenge you on them, or else you have all the agency in the world to reduce them to goop. So that part's fun. We should probably go and raid someone. I'm wondering if, what is the channel? So I thought that our friend Piercy was going to be running the real thing. I just can't remember. Oh, now I can. See if they are live. They are not live, so we're not going to go raid over to that. It's happening sometime soon. Who should we go say hi to?
Well, a certain new partner has a thing today.
Oh, yes. Yes. So I think we should probably go see Licity. Actually, no, I'm going to change that. Let's raid over to Tough.
How do you do the thing with the shruggies, the non-sub?
That is, I'll do it. ! Raid 2.
Got that. Raid 2.
Yeah. Raid 1 and raid, or just raid and raid 2. Cool. So let's actually raid over to Tough. Nope. That's not what I do. Thanks, Govan. And, however, let us, because we can hang out in two places at once. I just dropped the link to Lissa's channel in as well. So let's raid over to Tough, but also go ahead and click that link and open up. Lissa is doing a Stream Raiders Skinathon, which is lots of fun. It's lots of opportunity. There's giveaways of Stream Raiders skins and chances to do all kinds of fun stuff. It is also a low-key celebration of her new partner status. So definitely go hang over there. If you play Stream Raiders, drop some units in, engage in chat, potentially get a chance to win some super fancy boosted skins. I will be in both places too. So cool. It looks like the raid is taking. So let's head on over there, say hi to Tough. And thanks everyone for joining us, and thanks everyone for playing. And we will see you tomorrow for the conclusion of Teen Justice Academy field trip with Misha in the director's seat. Cool. Thanks everyone. Bye.
Bye.